could have sworn I saw it on we like I could have sworn I saw it on Netflix, but I could be wrong. I just don't like I just got my alert from my phone of how many hours I've been screen time, and this week I'm down like 3 hours from the previous week, and we're talking maybe 8 to 10 hours a week I'll be on my phone. So think about that. What up, Crash? How you doing? So think about that and how much time I spent on Discord. Like
Yep.
I just don't be like I had to do comments on my shit, like trying to kind of say I'm a liar a little bit without calling me a liar that I beat that many games. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
my guy, do the fucking math, bro. You come home from work, you fucking chill on the couch, scroll through fucking Instagram. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Watch reels. That shit will eat up easy 30, 45 minutes, and you don't even blink. Finally get
Yeah,
up,
yeah, don't.
go to the bathroom, whatever, shit, shower, shave. Maybe you make some fucking hot pockets for dinner that night because you lazy. You know what I mean? And you go back into the living room. You eat your hot pockets while picking out a movie. You never pick out a movie because you ate the hot pockets, and then you fuck around with your phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, time goes by quick.
Yeah, it
And
do.
then next thing you know,
It
you're like,
do.
oh, I'm gonna get a match in, or I'm gonna try to beat this level. You don't feel like it because you're tired because it's 8:30 at night, 9 o'clock at night. You're like, fuck, I gotta be up at 6, 7 in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I just don't know what to tell you. Time is the most valuable thing on this fucking earth. And if you don't manage
Yep.
that shit, I can't help you, my guy. Like we all take this shit for granted. Look, man, I'm turning 38 next month, right?
Boy,
38. I know, 38 next month.
I'll be
And
right
I'm like,
behind you.
yeah, I know we all around right there. And I'm just like, look, I'm about to be 40 in a couple years, and like I'm past the halfway point of my life. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Like if I'm
Nom.
lucky, I may live a little bit longer, but probably not. I'm gonna be realistic. If I hit 70, I'm gonna be blessed. You know what I mean? It's just the way it
Yeah.
is. I'm gonna be realistic. I'm out of shape. You know what I mean? I eat like shit. I don't really take care of myself as I should. I don't get the sleep that I should. But it is what it is. So you can make some changes so you can extend that shit for a little bit longer. But let's be honest, man. 70, 75 years, that's
You're
you'd be
checking out.
lucky if you get that, you know? Fuck, mute the fucking mic if you're gonna be chewing, goddammit. You see how I fucking whip Nelson? Nelson, come back. I was just fucking with you. God, man. Damn, okay. Mute the fucking mic again. Fucking Nelson, he ain't ignoring us all fucking day. Come up in here fucking eating pussy and shit on the mic.
I wasn't ignoring you. I was doing those things that are gonna extend my life. I've been forcing myself to stay awake the last couple days to do shit I want to do, and then today I slept all goddamn day.
Wait, what are you
Damn,
talking about?
bro.
Extend your life?
I said extend my
Getting
day.
sleep.
Oh, extend your.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's gonna cost me life right there too.
Fuck,
Like
man.
not sleep at all fucking Friday so I can play Saturday and then fall asleep Saturday and sleep all Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
Bro,
Bro, I've
sometimes
been enjoying that going to bed early shit, bro. That
it
shit
happened
is
to me
heat.
yesterday, bro. Yesterday I woke up at what, 7,
Yeah, but it's because I
7:30,
didn't sleep Friday.
and then I fucking ate breakfast. I no, I bullshit. I skipped breakfast. I played video games for a couple hours. I then made lunch, and then I fell asleep at 2:30. Woke up at 4:30. Went to the couch trying to play games, but I didn't. I fell asleep at 5, and then woke up at 7:30. It is what it is. Sometimes it happens like that.
That's a fact. That is a motherfucking fact,
And I
bro.
fucking went ahead started a game. I forgot Modern Warfare 3, and then I beat it today. Oh no, bullshit. I was playing Good Night Evening Good Night, whatever the fuck it's called. But I like the feeling I get when I wake up early. You feel like you got more time, but
Mm-hmm.
man, I'm a night owl at heart, bro. I just
I can't
man,
do it,
I
bro.
prefer it, bro. I don't know, cause at night is when I get the pussy in my life, and I just don't know why I like it. Maybe the army fucked me up, making me wake up super early every day.
That's why I think it's a rebellion thing from on my part.
I mean, we all
I
were.
love waking up early.
So I go
I stay
to
up till 3, but I had to pay for it. Now I don't have to pay for it.
I go to the mental health doctor every month at the VA, and I
Yeah, I
tell
got mine
her.
next week. Or no, 2. Yeah, next week.
Well, now I go every 3 months because the bitch that I got, she's retarded. She's not even a fucking doctor. But so I told her that I have a hard time not falling asleep, but going to sleep. Like I could fall asleep in 5 minutes. That ain't the problem. The problem is wanting to go to bed. And she's like, well, it's not just a you thing. It's actually a very common problem in America because people feel like they get so little free time to themselves that they're trying to hold on to it as much as they can. So instead of
That's why I
going to
do it.
bed, that's why I do it too. It's not that I can't go to sleep, it's I don't want to go to sleep. It's like, fuck, man, I'll sleep when I
I know
die.
when I get up tomorrow, I got this and this I gotta do. I'm gonna be doing shit I don't want to do all goddamn day.
But the problem is, if you don't get your sleep, you wake up, you feel like you don't feel
Or you
good.
sleep a whole day away. I ended up sleeping more because I fought it. You know what I mean?
I've been doing this
I
for
lost my
years.
whole day. I thought it was Saturday. My wife's like, "Don't you have a podcast?" I'm like, "I guess I'm eating Eggos because I woke up 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. I fell asleep at in my chair at 6 o'clock on Saturday, and then Marcus woke me up. He's like, "Dad, you're snoring so loud." And then I waddled my ass into the bedroom.
Like, how you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, no, chilling, man, playing games, bro. I knew you would probably sleep because he messages me a lot when you're sleeping. Probably bored out of his mind.
Oh, Marcus did?
I don't know which one.
I'm sure. Well, that's crazy because my phone ain't even working. You got to use the pen right now because I dropped that motherfucker, and then I almost had an accident on Thursday because I had to slam on it for a deer, and that motherfucker cracked the lens or the screen, and now it landed on the screen again, and now only parts of the screen work unless you use the pen.
You probably
So I gotta
use
use
a
the pen.
PlayStation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why.
What up, Crash? Mr. Rightway just went live. I don't know who Mr. Rightway is, bro. Who y'all
They
know who
bugged
Mr.
my
Rightway
parents
is?
until my parents picked them up today.
We do not know them.
Look, man, if you want to go hang out with Mr. Rightway, go hang out with Mr. Rightway, bro. I appreciate you stopping by. Don't forget to hit the like on the way out, though.
Who's he going to hang out with?
Mr. Right,
Mr. Right Way.
Rightway.
What's the right way?
Some dude.
Some dude.
Hmm.
Or chick.
Fuck him.
Probably dude.
That's what I'm saying. If you ain't at the State of Gaming podcast, you're
fucking
gay.
Up. And you fucking up.
I beat 4 games this weekend. Who the fuck is out here beating more games than me in a fucking weekend? That's who you're gonna go listen to? Then go. I don't want to say I beat more games in a single weekend than most people do in a single year, but I'm saying I beat more games in a single weekend. Nelson's eating. What are you eating? Legos?
I was eating jerky.
What's up, Queen Miku? Hey, Queen Miku out here beating games. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and the other one is... Damn, my shit cut out. That's what I'm talking about, Queen Miku. Out here fucking playing games for real.
Mass Effect.
Oh, Mass Effect. I love Mass Effect.
Oh, the best fucking games.
Fucking, yeah. Great fucking games.
Bro,
Mass Effect
I'm
2.
playing Red Dead Redemption now, and then I think about the Mass Effect Legendary Collection. I'm like, God damn, all the best games this gen are from 2 gens ago.
Oh, Crash, I was eating, I'm eating powdered donuts. My son gave me today, so I'm just finishing them up real quick.
God damn, games used to be better a couple gens ago. Fucking A.
We're going to actually talk about that, because I've been getting irritated with people. Like, I had a dude talk about Call of Duty from fucking 2008. I'm like, bro, that's 20 years ago. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, bro? Anyways, we're going to get into that today, too, but we're just warming up, letting people come on in. But shout out to Queen Miku out here, man. Oh, I know, Crash. I'm just fucking with you, bro. You know how I be yelling and shit. But shout out to Queen Miku. She beat 2 games, Mass Effect 2 and Ratchet and Clank. I just recorded a Will It Play with No Internet.
Mass Effect 2 is in my top 5 all time.
With Ratchet and Clank today. It's already posted, so if you remember, you get access to that video, which Henry already watched it. And Yeah, I mean it's PlayStation first party. What we finna do? You know what I mean? It's almost a slam dunk. But I tried Left 4 Dead on the PC, and I'm gonna try the second one because the first one just felt a little too old. Now on PC it's cool because you get the high frame rates and shit, but it feels like the controller whatever isn't quite as good as like more newer games. But either way,
Is is Far Cry 3 a good game?
Far so people say Far Cry 3 is like what really got Far Cry popping. It was the third one.
Yeah, because I watched the little 60 frames
Yeah.
update trailer today. I never played Far Cry game. I might check
Far
that
Cry
bitch out.
3 is what got Far Cry on the map.
Yeah, I might check that bitch on out. Not next week. I'm gonna jump in that well, I'm gonna clean up a couple, yeah, because I gotta clean up possessors, then I gotta clean up Planet of Luna.
Lana. Dude, I was gonna play that
Yeah,
today, right now on the stream. Literally.
yeah, I gotta clean that up. I'm like probably 30-40 minutes away from finishing that.
Oh, not
And
yeah, that's what I did this weekend. I cleaned up. That's all I did.
yeah, so that'll be two knock, and then I finish up Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Every time I get to play that bitch though, the kids run. Can I? So we end up just fucking around on that. I
You
ain't
don't
beating
move
that shit.
forward.
They want to play it, huh?
Yeah, my son them been tearing that
Yeah, my
shit up,
kids too.
bro.
Is it because it's Marvel or is it because they love like that brawler type shit?
It's partially because it's Marvel, but it also because they all can play together.
Play together? Yeah.
Yeah, because they'll come on down now, set the controllers up. Because even Harlow, she want to play it. So
Mm. I was just thinking about that. The games that you can do couch co-op are getting less and less and less as time goes on.
shit, we was playing. Matter of fact, yesterday we played not the kids, but me, my wife, my cousin, and his girl. We all played Overcooked for like 2 hours, 3 hours.
That's a good
It
game
was
to
pretty
play.
cool.
Little party
Yeah,
game. I bought Lego Party, physical. I was gonna pop that in this weekend with my son, but he wanted to play Split Fiction, and I was like, yeah, we'll play. And then I fell asleep and never played. But
that's speaking of, bro. Since I might, well, shit, he gotta go home too.
shit, you
But
know
when he
who
come
sent me
back,
a DM yesterday, bro?
who
Brett.
Yeah, he
on
sent me one on last week. He's
on
live.
Discord?
He didn't send me. He didn't send me. He sent me one this week, or he sent me one yesterday. And you know what game he asked me about? Guess,
What
Henry. Guess your Gotti.
hell is this?
Yeah,
Oh shit, he fucking with? He playing it?
yeah. He playing it. He loves it.
Yeah, that shit good. That's a
He
good ass
loves everything.
game.
But
That
he,
is a fact.
but he gave me a good reason of why he loves it though. So there's a difference this time around because it keeps him concentrated. He's like, I can't be distracted, otherwise I lose clues. I'm like, yeah, you fucking do.
Yeah, that is a fact.
You don't listen to the way the wind blowing, you fucking gonna be lost, my boy. But he was asking me
But
about it.
yeah,
I like, I honestly, I haven't really played much of it. But me and Henry had a whole conversation about it on the
Yeah, I can see
podcast.
why Brett likes fucking Game Pass though, because like if you think everything's great and they just give you shit and no matter what everything's great, it's great, right?
Look, I'm gonna
You
tell
know
you
what I'm
this,
saying?
man. I already don't think that digital games is true ownership. So I don't like buying digital games. So I got that PC Game Pass when I bought my computer, and it's a great little time waster. There's so many fucking bullshit games on there. Like I've been playing a game called Digging Hole, where I can just play while I'm working because I ain't got to do nothing, and I can just make my phone calls and shit. And all I got to do is dig a fucking hole and find
man,
gold and
these
shit.
man PC dudes love them
What
little
the
bullshit
fuck?
games. Cause I heard about this game on TikTok. One of the guys who regularly share like small new games and upcoming games or whatever. He was talking about it, but he play on PC too. I'm like, man, they love little shit like that,
I mean, I
bro.
was never gonna talk about it. I just brought it up because we are talking about shitty games on PC Game Pass. But it's a game
But
that
they like that shit, bro.
is
That's the type of
literally
shit
just
they fuck
clicking on the
with.
mouse, bro. That's it. Click, 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 click. I mean, you got to move around a little bit, but click, 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 click. That's it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
bro. That's how they get down, bro. If it's
It's
like,
a sickness.
just if it's point and click, bro, they with it, bro. That shit about to have a 500,000 concurrent players.
Yeah, you don't want to surprise me. I was listening to I don't know. This is the second weekend in a row I listened to his podcast. That's rare. I don't normally do that, but once again, fucking what's his name? From Mooches, fucking PC fag.
Oh, fucking goddamn, that was funny this week.
Oh my god, bro, this guy, dude.
I was literally at work like, this motherfucker. I would
Hey.
like to screen record. It's like, we just talked about this last week.
Hey, shout out to J Dub, bro. J Dub called his ass out, like, cause they were talking about how like the Bethesda jank, and they were
It's
talking
charming.
about the charming shit, and they
Yeah,
brought
yeah.
up
He was like, that ain't charming no more. It's been 20 years. Shit ain't charming
Yeah.
no more.
there was what's that other game from the studio that made Psychonauts? That one tower game with the light tower,
Keeper?
whatever, Keeper, and then the fag, I forget his Death, whatever his name is.
Death Singer?
Death Singer's like, but no, that's their MO. And then J Do's
Yeah,
like,
well, their
you
MO
gotta
sucks
stop.
and nobody wants
You gotta
it.
stop with
Move
that because
on.
you gotta try. He's just always like it's PC and Xbox for him. And look, we're all fans of something. Like we're all fans of PlayStation, Nintendo, right? Hell, we're fans of Mass. We
That's
just talked
their
about
MO,
Mass
blah,
Effect.
blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, they ain't making no money, so their MO is going to be out the fucking door. That's what it's
Yeah.
going to be. Fucking
And-
goddamn, wake up, dude.
And J Dub is right, you know, because they're like they spent $100 million or $100 billion acquiring
On some,
studios.
it's their MO. They don't give a fuck.
And all they've done is close studios and and their games and and another thing people forget, like between
100 people play
2020
Keeper. Do you think they give a fuck?
or not even between like 2017 or 2016 and 2024, Xbox had no fucking games, none. And now that they're third party publishing, people want to act like they've been doing this for years. It's like no.
Well, because they bought everything. Fucking.
And those
It was
games were already being made.
three quarters done.
Right, bro.
Oh my! And the games have been kind of mid too. I mean, look, what game have they
Kinda.
really?
Kinda. Other than Oblivion and Forza, they ain't had nothing but mid.
Yeah, that's what they got. They got Forza and
Nah, bro, they got Gotti.
And the only reason Oblivion was popping was because it was fucking $50.
They got Pentiment, bro.
Man, fuck
They got
that.
Pentiment, bro.
Just
I
like
bought
was
it.
reading that one article.
I
They was
bought it
talking
on sale.
Yo, that Keeper, I bet you,
What,
they got some
$8?
games that I really don't
Yep.
think 1,000 people bought, like legit.
Yep, $8. Pentiment on sale.
Ain't that some shit,
Bro, you know me, I'll give any game a shot. Even I stopped playing that bitch, and I got PC I got it on Game Pass when I got it from CD Keys. I stopped playing that shit. I was like, nah, bro.
What's that shit even about?
I don't know. You're a lighthouse, and you got to find your way. It's like a puzzle. Like I don't know. It's a lighthouse.
They try to copy Far.
Nah, bro. Far is unique and it's good. There's a story, even though it doesn't tell you a story, but there's a fucking story. It's visual storytelling. Keeper is just like they threw colors together to make it pretty, but there's no
point to the goddamn game.
And you know what's bad? Because that's the one game Brett said sucked.
He did say that.
He did say that. That's why you know it sucks if Brett's out here saying that. But
that
man,
said,
look,
though, that's probably one of their best
let me
studios.
share
And
this
what the
screen.
fuck are they making? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, then they said they
Let's
should
say
have.
this
What
is
up,
they
Dizzy?
They should have just made a Psychonauts 3 or something.
Yeah, I did, Dizzy. I did. But let me share the stream real quick. And also, welcome. Let's get this thing started. We've been shooting the shit. Welcome to the State of Gaming podcast. I appreciate you guys being here today on this beautiful Sunday evening. We're gonna talk some gaming topics, and I got a whole bunch of shit. We're gonna talk about from Tomb Raider to more Nintendo shit to different games. We got a lot, as you guys been hearing already. But let me introduce special guest, Mr. Henry Heck, who, by the way, is week 2 of his podcast on Saturday mornings, 11
Yes,
a.m.
sir.
Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, called Let Him Know, Henry.
It's called GG or Die. You know, going over current events inside the game and talking about some shit I want to talk about. How I do.
Facts. So if
But
you
yeah,
go subscribe over to Henry's shit.
yeah, it's not live. It's just a premiere, so you don't gotta worry about catching it when it drop. You know what I mean? Because I just kick it inside the comments. Will will pop in or RPG will pop in, Nelson pop in, and we'll go back and forth a little bit. Inside them comments, but it's not like a live show.
Yeah, it's a pre-recorded like kind of
Yeah,
show. Like if you be watching CNN or something like that, or MSNBC or Fox or anything like that.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
pre-recorded, high quality, not a lot of fucks and not a lot of bad words live.
yeah. And it
Go check
should
it
be
out.
on like Spotify and all this shit next week.
Oh, you fancy. You are
Nah, bro.
bougie. Nah,
Nah,
you
bro.
bougie, bro. You bougie
Nah,
as fuck.
bro.
It's cause you
Nah,
black, ain't
bro.
it?
Nah,
It's
bro.
cause
I'm
you
just
black.
saying, bro. Yeah, man. You catch it on
You
your
wear
Apple
Gucci? You
podcast.
be wearing Gucci and shit while podcasting?
Nah, bro. I wear
Fendi,
Wrangler,
Chanel?
Wrangler and Hanes, baby.
Yeah, right. You probably got some Bread 11 J's with a Gucci
No,
belt.
no. I got one pair of Jordans, man. Top three. That's the only pair I need.
I used to be a big Jordan man. Like, yeah, I got rid of all that. All of
Yeah,
it.
bro.
Waste of
You
money.
only need. You only really need. I mean, you don't really need one pair. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, if you
You
guys
don't
think
need all
I'm
these
bad
different
with
colors.
video games, my godson's dad, he's got a whole bedroom full of shoes, boxes from
Mm-mm,
floor to ceiling. You can't even walk in that
mm-mm,
bitch.
mm-mm,
Can't even walk in that
mm-mm.
bitch. Fucking gross. But yeah, go check
Shoes?
out shoes. Yes, shoes. Shoes.
So he's a bitch.
Say,
Shoes, bro.
What kind of dude need that many shoes?
Hey,
man, shoe head, bro. It's
yeah, them sneaker heads, bro.
yeah, bro. It's just like gaming, bro.
People
Except
collect
the
different
shoes.
shit. Yeah. I got another friend of mine who's got a fucking
Okay, if you need all these shoes, you better be up off your ass doing something if you need all these goddamn shoes.
I got another
Nah,
buddy of
bro.
mine
They just keep them.
who collects
For what?
vintage Versace jackets. Yes, vintage
Oh shit.
Versace jackets. This motherfucker will go all over the world looking for vintage Versace jackets. The most expensive one he's got is like $40,000.
That's fire.
Bro, and I ain't gonna lie, they look really fucking good. Like really
Yeah,
good.
that's fire.
And that shit will last you forever. It's good quality, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what he collects. And he's got, I don't want to say a whole room full of them because it's a little different, but his whole closet is full. But yeah, people just like different shit, man. People like coloring Warhammer figurines. People like
Yeah,
collecting
bro.
CDs and all sorts of shit. You know what I mean?
And vinyls and watches.
Yeah. Cars, right? Look at fucking
Yeah.
Bungie's fucking CEO. He's like, fuck y'all.
Yeah, bro.
I'm about to fucking go
Yeah.
bid on another fucking car.
Another classic.
Another classic.
Let me get that 91 Firebird.
Oh, y'all need me to hire a new artist? Nah, we just steal the shit because I need the money to go buy a fucking car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, brother.
So,
Fox body.
yeah. But either way, Henry, let the people know what you've been gaming on lately, bro.
Oh, well, lately I've been on the Assassin's Creed Shadows grind still. I should be finishing that up either tonight or tomorrow. I've been loving that, enjoying that. Played some Overcooked over the weekend. Played some I actually played some Battlefield 6 earlier today. I played a few matches of that, close quarters. You know what I mean?
Okay. It ain't like I've been asking to play Splitgate for a week, but that's cool.
Say what now?
It ain't like I've been asking to play Splitgate for a week, but you just want to hop in and play Battlefield with strangers. That's fine.
You better get on that Splitgate before it's closed.
You don't fuck with me no more.
Splitgate is not closing, bro.
No, man. Who
too.
spread that fucking rumor, bro?
That bitch, because that bitch.
Splitgate did what none of these other live service games could do. Got me to play that motherfucker. No, that shit's been around since fucking decades now. Well, we're gonna get into all that in a little bit because that is a topic that I want to talk about tonight. Is when we come around to the whole Amazon. What's that game called? The one they're closing down next year.
New
New
World.
World. We're gonna talk about all that live
That actually
service
did
shit.
okay when it came out, though.
And it's actually a good game. It's pretty solid.
It ain't
That
that
game actually
good.
probably made money.
It ain't
I
that
bet it
good.
closed eventually.
Fortnite ain't closed.
Damn.
Yeah, that's Fortnite.
Call of Duty ain't closed. So yeah, we're gonna talk about all that. It's gonna be one of our topics, and I'm excited to get into that one because we have Mr. Henry Heck who likes live service game. He plays them all the time. You have me who I despise them, but I do play a couple of them. I mainly do it for my friends because I really don't give a fuck. And then we have Nelson who doesn't play them. Well, he does play a couple like GT7 and Helldivers, but that's about it.
I play a little bit of Battlefield.
But that's gonna be.
If there was another Destiny, you wouldn't see me for at least a couple months, though.
Well, you ain't gonna get another Destiny. You gonna get a Bungie. What do you marathon? But anyway, let's get into the and then Nelson, our co-host. What you been playing on lately?
Red Dead.
Red Dead the first one. That's the same game we was playing last week. Me, well,
I'll be playing that for a while. I don't want to play nothing else except for my dailies.
I've been playing a couple different games this weekend, and clip this. So when you listen to your next, your favorite podcaster, ask him this fucking question: how many games you beat this fucking weekend? Because Will 777 JP beat four fucking games this in one weekend. Get on my fucking level, okay? So when I say something about gaming, it's because I got the experience to talk about this thing about gaming. Anyways, I beat Star Trucker, put in 50 hours in that motherfucker, wrapped it up Friday. Then I went ahead and wanted to play a little something that was a little lighter, a little bit more narrative, and I started playing Good Night Universe. Fire ass game. This one was only 5 hours long, but a great story. You play as a 6-month-old baby who's got psychic powers. Interesting. After that, I felt like getting a little shooting action in, so I went back and I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 campaign, which I've never beat before. Finished it. That was another quick one, 5 hours. And then I decided to wrap up Ball X Pit. You had to beat the final boss 8 times. I beat the final boss the 7th and 8th time today. Total of 45 hours in that game. Just beat that a couple hours ago. None major. So 2 games that took me about 100 hours, and then 2 games that took me about 10 hours combined. So about 110 hours between 4 games. None major. Beat 2 games on Sunday, 1 game on Saturday, and 1 game on Friday. None major. You know. But hey, don't listen to me. I'm not a real fucking gamer. Henry not a real gamer. Nelson's not a real gamer. You know what I mean? We just come up here and podcast more than we fucking game, right? Get the fuck out of here. To all those fucking bozos out there podcasting, go play some fucking games, you fucking bitch.
Why game when you can podcast?
Speaking of bitches, let's get into the first topic. We got Lara Croft. Sneak peek, actress who's going to be playing in the TV series. And they decided to go with Sophie, I forget her name, Sophie Turner from the Game of Thrones. And look, I like Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones, right? When she played the Jon Snow's sister, I really liked her role there. But I didn't like her when she did the whole Marvel movie. What's that called?
She was in Phoenix.
Phoenix. I didn't like her there.
Yeah. I didn't think she fit that.
I don't think she fit that. And I feel the same way about Tomb Raider. Look, I don't dislike her as an actress. I don't watch movies. That's how I'm able to beat 70 to 100 games a year, right? Because I don't watch fucking movies. But for some reason, she don't look the part in Tomb Raider. And I'm not talking about the bigger titties. I'm not talking about none of that shit. I mean, the bigger titties would help, right? But I just feel like she's not the right fit. And whatever. Henry, what do you think about Sophie Turner playing Lara Croft?
I actually don't think she looked bad as, in the picture we saw. I think she can pull it off visually. Now, as far as does she have the athleticism to pull it off.
Yeah.
They might end up using stunt though. But I think if you playing that character, you ought to be doing your own stuff. You know what I mean? But that's just me.
What's the name of the black kid from Stranger Things? Do you know?
I know who you talking about. I don't know his name though.
So
They talking about he's supposed to be
Miles Morales.
and,
So
and he was practicing doing the little flips
yeah,
and shit.
yeah, that's fire. I hope if he does get it, he's already put into work, even if he's auditioning, right? So I would
Yeah.
expect something like that from an actor. Like you do this for a living, that this is your way you make money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because Tom
Holland.
he did the same. He learned the flips and shit. You know what I mean?
Yep, and he was fired in the
Yeah.
Spider-Man for it. So you think that Sophie Turner's not a good fit neither? Not that you hate her or anything like that.
Yeah. It's just like I said. I think as far as looks, she can pull it off, but I don't know if she got the athleticism or the acting ability. You know what I mean? Because yes, she was in Game of Thrones, but that was a while ago. And then and Jean Grey, she ain't do that well. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
It's up in the air for me. I'm willing to, give her opportunity. I'm not just gonna write her off because she might pull it off. You know what I mean?
I think that if the show is dependent on her acting prowess and like she's gonna do the heavy lifting, I don't think she's gonna do that well. But I think that if the show's got really good writing and then she does her thing, I think it could be successful. Where it's more of a partnership kind of deal, because sometimes movies get carried by the actor, and sometimes movies get carried by the writing, and the actor really is just like a set piece, right?
Yeah.
If this is a situation,
is it gonna be a movie or a show?
Show. It's a show on Amazon.
Okay.
So that's where
Sometimes
I'm
the
at.
actors around you carry you.
Yes, sometimes the
That's
actors
true,
around
too.
you carry you too. So I'm gonna be interested to see. I don't want to dismiss her completely. I just think that visually she don't look the part, but they could have done worse. They could have hired Bella Ramsey.
100%.
They could have got Bella Ramsey up in there
100%.
to be Tomb Raider, and they did. Fuck.
Bruh, they could've
Nelson,
did so much worse.
what do you think about Sophie Turner being Lara Croft?
It's gonna be interesting. I don't know if that's gonna be her forte. We'll find out.
She is British, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I got one thing, I guess.
Yeah,
I didn't even know she was British.
yeah, she's British, and she's married. Ain't she married to like Nick Jonas or some shit?
Yeah,
Anyways.
she married one of the Johnson brothers.
Yeah, one of the Johnson brothers. But the reason I'm bringing up Sophie Turner specifically is because Lara Croft. I played Lara Croft as a kid. I love Lara Croft. When we talk about women in gaming, that's one of the first ones that I think of. It's one of my favorite characters of all time. Not just because she's a woman, it's because it's just dope. But the thing that's, even when I was a kid playing Lara Croft, and even though it was all pixelated and shit, and the titties were squared and triangle, the thing that I really loved about Tomb Raider is that they weren't scared about using her femininity to push the story forward, to push the character forward, to do all these things, and it really empowered her as a woman, and I really, really loved that. And even as a little kid, I noticed that, and I loved it. And yeah, we were all attracted to her. Yeah, we thought she was fucking sexy and all that, but to me, that's how you do femininity. And just like all her acrobatic move, like that is so hot. That is, you know what I mean? Like men can't get away with that. I mean, they can, right? If you're doing like jujitsu and some crazy splits or whatever, but there's a certain way of doing it. And this year, we're getting the remake to the first Tomb Raider, and I'm really excited for that. And then, so for those of you guys that don't know, the Survivor Tomb Raiders, the one that came out in 2013, 15, 17, I think it was, those were the trilogy after the original Tomb Raider, right? This new game that's coming out in 2027 is after that. So Laura's going to be a little bit older. You might even see her with a little bit of gray hair. So that's how they're doing it, right? So this remake that we're getting this year is a remake of the first one. I'm excited for it. What about you guys? Henry, what do you think of that remake? Is this something you're interested in? Does it look good to you?
Yeah. I'm for sure picking that up. That game was the first game I played on Sega Saturn. And I was blown away, bro. I thought
you had a Sega Saturn?
What you mean, bro?
Not many people had a Sega Saturn.
What you mean, bro? Yeah, bro. Sega Saturn. I had that. I had Mega Man 8. I had StarCraft 2. I had the Knights. that joint. Yeah, the Sega Saturn. I had Street Fighter Alpha. Bro, I had some joints.
Okay. Old school.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, especially since I hadn't even seen that game in centuries. I'm pretty sure I'll be playing it and be getting some, how memories are rush back in, and a bit of nostalgia, and you be feeling all warm
Hmm.
and cozy on the inside.
And the game
But
looks beautiful too. Like it looks
yeah,
really
bro,
good.
I'm gonna be enjoying it. And then, matter of fact, my brother he came over here today, and he was wondering about when it come out because he don't play nothing but Call of Duty, but he did play the remakes, not remakes, but the ones you just talked about. He did play those, and
Oh yeah.
he gonna pick
The
these up,
Survivor
and
series.
and he gonna pick the new ones up when they come out.
Yeah, I
But yeah,
started
bro.
playing the first one in the Survivor series, the one that came out in 2013. I just started playing that one
Hmm.
again. And it looks a little dated, but it still looks good. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna replay those. I was gonna replay, you know how they did the remastered collection or whatever. I started to play the first one, but I stopped because I'm like, you know what, the new one's coming out. I don't like the old.
Yep.
Yeah, it's old anyways, so I stopped, and I'm gonna wait for that. But what about you, Nelson? Are you looking forward to the Tomb Raider remake?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll get it day one, but I'll definitely get it. That's for sure.
Yeah. What about you, chat? You guys excited for it, or you don't care about Laura Croft? Gonna be interesting to
Uh,
see what the chat thinks.
I had some
is the
special times with her when I was younger. Someone I tried this shit. There was a rumor that went around back in the late '90s where there was this passcode where if you put it in, she'd take off her top and you could play topless. I tried that code for like 3 months.
I don't think that was a true
It was
code.
yeah, well, no, it wasn't. It was the April Fool's thing. Well, I tried that shit all the way till like July.
Yeah, I don't think that was
what the
a
fuck?
real one. I think there was a
That's what I found.
code where you got like a skimpier outfit, but like a gym outfit. But I don't think there was one where like straight
No,
up,
there wasn't. But it was an April Fool's joke. But it took me like 6 months to figure that out.
yeah, with no internet back then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's no real well known for sure. You just
Oh,
trying to put that
yeah. I
joint
just
in
kept
for months.
trying.
Queen Miku has never played them. That's gonna be interesting. She said, never played any of them, but it doesn't hurt to try. Wow, that's gonna be interesting. Let us know when you do play them, Queen Miku, and let us know what you think. That's gonna be cool. First time experience from somebody who never played them. I only
Yep.
played the first one and some of the second. I never played the third one. At that point, I don't know what was going on in my life, but yeah, I never played that one. But I did play the Survivor Series first, second, and third. And GameStop got a lot of flack over that because
Oh
they
shit.
went ahead and tweeted and said something like "not our Laura Croft," and people were going crazy on GameStop.
Yeah,
That
they
leaves me.
probably got a little too much dip in their chip because
Yeah, they've been.
they've been hitting on the post for the last few months, so they probably thought they had one.
So people have been making fun of them, saying, sharing fake pictures such as a picture of their store, and you see all nothing but Pokemon cards and Funkos and shit like that, and they're like, y'all need to worry about selling games and not this. Other people were out here saying shit like, then why y'all closing stores down? You need to focus on your business.
Uh,
You know how it is.
hmm.
But what do you think, Henry? Should businesses like this stay out of the fucking cultural conversation, or no? They can join
Shit,
in just like everybody
that's
else.
what started getting me to go back because they
I
were
think
funny.
yeah, no, I think they can comment or whatever. Like I said, because like I said, I believe because they have been hitting over the last few months or whatever. So they've been around a social media high, and this one just didn't hit. That's all it was. I don't think they should stop anything, but
And
uh
look, I agree with them. I agree with them. Like,
yeah.
was it so bad that they said that? I just don't see what the negativity
Nah,
is
it
around it.
wasn't.
Is it just
But
people
then
being internet
too,
people again?
it that's the thing, bro. It's like if they gonna like make a comment or make a joke, then they gotta be, what I mean. At that point, you open yourself up to people saying what they're gonna
Yeah.
say. But
If
yeah,
you got
like I
the
said, I don't think there's nothing wrong with what, what I mean. If that's how they feel. That's how they feel. Like I said, I'm not completely sold on her in the part. I mean, her doing Laura Croft myself. You know what I mean? I do think she can pull it off. Like I said, well, I already said it twice. I'm not gonna say it again, but I mean that's how they feel. They probably also wanted to get the joke off, and they probably also feel like it's some other people like you who feel the same way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I'm pretty sure the post got some likes on that bitch.
Oh yeah.
You
It
know
got
what I'm
like,
saying?
as a matter of fact, it got like I think it was like 30, 40,000 likes, but then the retweets
Yeah.
of people making fun of them got like 300, 400,000 likes. So a little uneven there, but
Hey,
there's a percentage that feels like them. You know what I mean? It's just, we're
hey,
talking six, seven.
even Steph Curry ain't hitting all of 'em, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a bad one,
Yeah.
which is cool, man. I mean, I do like how business will take a like do the meme and then getting involved in the culture and stuff. I think it's funny. I think it's cool.
Yeah. And that motivates people. I mean, we've seen it with the fast foods for a long time. You know, Wendy's
Yep,
talking shit about Burger King and vice versa. And
yep.
that gets the people going, and that does create more interest and more business. Yeah, no, I'm with you. And but also, this goes to anybody, right? If you're willing to put something out there on social media, then you should be willing to accept that back, right? So whether people disagree with you, whether people agree with you, you have to be able to give it and take it. You know what I mean? You can't
Yep.
just give it, and then get mad when you take it. And we see that happen, especially with these gaming fucking losers out here when they say, oh, a game is shitty, but they never fucking played it. Then you get a whole bunch of people that say, no, the game is actually good. And then they start blocking people because they can't take the fucking heat because they said something
Yeah.
stupid, right? Nah, fuck
Yeah,
that.
they
Stop
get they
being
get lame when you get to like blocking people and shit like that. At that point, just be quiet. Go back to Blue Sky or some shit, bro. 'Cause you be
yeah.
doing all that.
Yeah,
Facts. Facts.
go back to your safe space.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Go back to your safe space. Absolutely. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the a TV show. I think they're saying maybe next year is when it'll come out, or this year. And we also got a couple more, or one more TV show announcement. Video games, God of War. They announced who's gonna play Kratos and who's gonna play a couple of the actors. I really don't care. I'll watch it because it's God of War, and I'm interested to see what they do with it. But I'm not like super hyped for it. What I want to know is when is the next fucking game coming out. That's what I care about.
Mm,
You know what I mean? And we know when Laura Croft is coming out. Not just when they're coming out, but they're dropping 2 games back to back.
back
Fuck
to back.
around. So if you want to go ahead and make a TV show, throw it in there somewhere, I'm cool with that because you're satisfying me as a gamer. But when you're God of War, you release Ragnarok, fucking what, going on 4 years now, and you out here fucking focusing on a fucking TV show instead, it's like, okay, well, what the fuck are we doing here? Especially when all your other first party studios ain't been doing shit. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it is what it is. Speaking of studios not doing shit, let's talk about studios that are doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ubisoft, we just got an announcement today that they're releasing a update for Far Cry 3, a 60 frames per second update. And we talked a little bit about this on the Discord, about how Ubisoft, people talk a lot of shit about them, but they're one of the few studios that actually goes back and tries to update their older games, whether it's 60 frames, whether it's a visual update, whatever. They're constantly doing that. And Far Cry 3 is just the latest one, right? They did that with Assassin's Creed, almost all of them. They got a 60 frame update. Not all of them, but a good amount, like Odyssey and Assassin's Creed 3, I think it was, and a couple others. Also, damn, I forgot what was
Also,
the
what?
other game. I don't know. I don't know. But Far Cry 3 is a big one. And do you think? Oh, well, people, as we talked about in the Discord, people talk a lot of shit about Ubisoft, right? And I don't talk the shit that people say about Ubisoft. I actually like Ubisoft. I think that
Yep.
they're one of the most consistent publishers in the industry. They're dropping games, if not yearly, sometimes twice a year. They drop with smaller titles like the Prince of Persia, all the way to the big titles like a fucking Assassin's Creed Shadows. They give us
Mm-hmm.
variety. And people's big complaint with Call of Duty, or I'm sorry, Ubisoft, is that the games have too much shit in there. The open world has so much shit in there, right? That's the biggest complaint. So, Henry, is the complaint that there's too much game?
Uh, Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's general what you do here about Ubisoft bloat and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff in
Yeah,
there
they'd probably
optional.
get more than 2 or 3 games with the 20,000 goddamn devs they have if they didn't put so much bullshit in them.
But I mean, some people like engaging with all the stuff in there. Like
I do.
I'm
They 4 times
playing,
bigger than everybody else except for Microsoft.
but with the size of the games, you can tell like
Hmm.
the people that work there are working. They ain't
Yeah.
got like 30 writers to write a fucking 20-hour story. You know what I'm saying? Like it's substantial. It's substance in the stuff they putting out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you want to, like, if you can buy Assassin's Creed game, and that's gonna keep you busy for 3 months. You know what I mean? So if you, I think I think
Easy 3 months.
you brought this up before about, you know what I mean, if you can only afford to get one game, you know what I mean, you might want to get you a Ubisoft game because the content gonna be there, and then too it's gonna be a DLC, a update guaranteed. You know what I mean? So I don't see no problem with it because you can choose to or choose not to engage inside the content. You know what I mean? A lot of people feel like if a game don't have X amount of content in there, it's not worth $70, or you know what I mean, it's only worth 30 or 40 or something if it's like 8 hours long or 10 hours long. But in Ubisoft games, you getting more than your money's worth of content
Yeah.
inside of the games.
Yeah, like I told Nelson, I told this to Thrifty too, because they're the type of gamer like, oh, shiny thing, I want to go get it. And I'm like, well, that's a you thing. You can't control yourself enough to say, no, I'm going to stick to this side quest. I'm going to stick to this main story mission. I'm going to stick to the things that
Those
I
aren't
want to
any
get
good
done.
anyway, so who gives a
But they
shit?
are good.
They're not.
They are good. Well, you don't even know
Terrible.
because you haven't played a Ubisoft game in like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years now.
That's because I know they ain't no good.
But yet you still have millions of people buying these games. You still have people saying a lot. You got 2 people here right now saying something good about the games. Now, we're not saying that they're the best games ever. We're not saying they should win Gotti, but they are solid games. And what's the one thing you cannot say about Ubisoft? That their games are broken, their games are buggy, their games are incomplete. You cannot say that about none of their games. Not one. Not one you can't say that currently. Now, they have had issues. What's the game that you play that's live service, Henry, from Ubisoft? The shooter?
Which one?
Rainbow Six?
Oh,
That's their biggest game ever.
Yeah,
So when
Rainbow
that one
Six
first
Siege.
came out, that one had its issues, right?
Yeah, it did.
I think
But
that's the only reason they're still alive, to be honest with you.
but that's
Yeah, it did
few
have some
and far
issues.
in between. All their Assassin's Creed games come out working just fine. There's no bugs. The games work. You cannot say that.
For Honor also had some issues.
Oh,
but
For
they
Honor
fixed it.
did. But
Yeah, they fixed it in like 3 months.
those were live service games, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. People want to dunk on Ubisoft. I get it. They're not the highly acclaimed type of games, but like Henry said, most people are buying 1, 2, 3 games a year any damn ways. That is a great game to buy because you're gonna get a full game for 70 and then some. Then in 6 months, you're gonna get another expansion. So instead of spending another 70 for another game, you spend another $20 or $30, and you're gonna get 30% of a fucking Assassin's Creed game added on. And then another 6 months from there, you do the same thing. So now in 1 year, you're spending $110, $120, and you have hundreds of hours of gaming. Like when you talk about bang for your buck, you really can't get better than that. It's like going to a buffet. You know what I mean? You don't go to a buffet to eat 5-star food. You go to a buffet to try variety and try different shit and as much of it as you can.
Ubisoft is like Game Pass. It might not be great, but there's a lot of it.
I mean, Game Pass is pretty trash.
He's a Ubisoft hater, bro.
Bro, they hate it for
This
no reason.
motherfucker
Games are
here.
dog shit. That's why.
They're mad because they can't help themselves. Imagine that. They
Trash.
can't control themselves, so therefore they blame them. Imagine that shit.
Hey, I get it to him, boy. Nelson
Waste of
consistent
goddamn
though.
time.
He been fucking hating on Ubisoft here since I heard of it, bro.
Valhalla, since I played that shit. What a waste of fucking money that was.
But yeah, RPG beat it. I beat it. We both loved it. Henry, did
Yeah, well,
you
you
beat
guys
it?
will play anything.
Nah, I didn't play Valhalla. I
I didn't even
stopped playing. I
finish it. I put
played.
117 hours in that shit, and I'm like, what am I doing?
Motherfucker, you
Wasting my
put 80
motherfucking time.
hours in fucking Banishers.
Yeah,
Like,
but
that's
that
a
was
you
better
problem.
game.
You're the retard. Yeah, Batman Arkham Knights, as a matter of fact, Queen Miku, you can, from what I understand, I could be wrong, but somebody told me that if you play the game unpatched with no updates on your PS5 with a physical disc, you get 60 frames out of it. Now, I don't know how true that is, but it's one of those games that is uncapped and the PS5 pushes that motherfucker. So if you own it physical, check it out and maybe you can report back to us. But moving on to the next topic of discussion. I'm sorry, let's continue. Far Cry 3. So Far Cry 3 is the game that put Far Cry IP on the map, right? It created one of the most the villain that people know the most out of the series. And it's a very popular game. Great choice for Ubisoft to pick to get that 30 frames or 60 frames. And that ain't the only game. They're also going to do Primal, and they're going to do a couple more in the Far Cry series. But Henry, are you now tempted to hop back into Far Cry 3 to check it out, or are you like, I don't care, the game's old already?
No. I am tempted to check it out because I never played a Far Cry game before. And then I looked at the trailer. It looked pretty decent, to be honest with you. So I will for sure be checking that out when because it dropped at the end of the month, right?
It drops no, in a couple days.
Oh yeah. I'm checking that out.
In a couple days.
Because it's just one of those that I never tried. The homies have played them. They enjoy them, but for whatever reason, I just never checked them out. But I will be hopping in, get my feet wet.
Yeah, my first Far Cry ever was Far Cry 6, and on this console generation, I liked it. I didn't think it was the greatest thing ever, but visuals were really nice. The combat was really good, and I had a good time with it. I tried going back to Far Cry 3 because everybody kept talking about it, and it just felt a little too old for me. So I'm definitely excited to go back and check out that 60 frames, see how the game plays. If it plays well, then I'm going to continue playing it because I really do want to check it out. When a lot of people say it's one of the best games in the series, it's more than likely one of the best games in the series. So I'm really excited to check it out. What about you, Nelson? You going to go back and check out Far Cry 3?
No chance. I didn't like any of them.
Yeah, see? So you didn't like any of them, including one of the best games ever, and yeah, you're the fucking problem.
I bought 4. I regretted it.
Yeah, the shitty one. Okay, I got it.
4 is the best one they've had in the last 5. 4,
no,
whatever.
No, it was 3. It was 3.
I didn't go back that
Who
far.
beat 4 games this weekend? I did.
Who ain't got no standards? Raise your hand. I see Will raising his hand.
You want to talk about the live service shit, Henry? Or you want to come back to it after I speak on the next topic real quick?
I mean, we can get into it. We can get into the live service. The live goatness.
All right, let's start with your most
live greatness
anticipated game in the next 2 weeks or next week. High Guard.
Yes, sir.
High Guard is dropping in a few days.
Yes, sir.
I think the 21st or 22nd, something like that. And Henry is buying it for me, and we're gonna play it together.
That's not a free to play?
It is a free to play. I was just
it's free to play.
I'm just fucking with y'all. It is a free to play game.
Yeah.
But that game made headlines because it was the very last thing that was on Jeff Keighley's Video Game Award show. The one last big thing. And a lot of people didn't like it.
Yep.
One, they didn't like that it was a live service game. They didn't like it that they talked it up from the makers of.
Yeah. It looked very uninspired too.
From the makers of I forget what games they made, but You know, they gave them the little roll call,
Apex Legends,
Apex Legends,
Titanfall.
Titanfall. So people were, you know, on the edge of their seat. And then they show something that looked like a combination of Concord and Apex, and on top of, I think what really killed it for people is that it was a live service game. I think that
Yeah.
the last couple of years of video game awards have been more single player stuff, which I'm happy with, and I think that if you really want to make some actual money and not imaginary, I hope to win the lotto money, you do a first party single player game. You don't do a live service game. Now, if you want to
Mhm.
gamble and fucking try to hit the lotto, then yeah, go make a live service game, and then maybe you might have a successful live service game that will be alive for 3 months before it gets shut down. You know what I mean? But if you
Mhm.
want consistent money, the 9 to 5 money, the money that's consistent every paycheck, right?
Yep.
You do
Yep.
a single player fucking game. And if you want to do some overtime, you make that bitch co-op. You put a little PvE in there, and now you have something that's better than the average, right? But people were saying how this studio wasted all these millions of dollars to make this game, the
Mhm.
very last announcement of the show. But then we found out that they didn't pay anything.
Mhm.
Jeff Keighley just put that motherfucker there because he liked it. So he hooked them up.
Yep.
Henry, explain to me without any bias, because just like Nelson is biased with Ubisoft, you're biased with live service. Let's keep it real.
100%. 100%.
What was it that caught your attention about this game?
All right. Well, initially, obviously, when they first popped off with that from the creators of, Apex and Titanfall. So I'm thinking some Titanfall. You know what I mean? So that initially caught my eye. But once that bubble got busted, the second thing, it was two more things that kind of got me interested about the game. The shooting looked pretty because this is after I re-looked at it again. The shooting looked pretty crisp, and the movement looked pretty solid. And then there's some key things for me as far as what I like in my shooters. I like to have the buttery movement and crisp shooting. Some games just don't get the shooting right, but with them being individuals who worked on Apex and worked on Titanfall, both of those games got crisp and buttery shooting and movement. Um, and then the last thing that interested me is, they talking about it's a raid shooter. What does that mean? They never told us what it means. They never put out a video or anything like that. So that's really got me curious. Just wondering what the fuck they mean by that. You know what I mean? Because we don't even know how many people are gonna be on the team. We don't even know how many people are gonna be on the map as a whole. Like, is it gonna be 32, 24, or is it just gonna be 10v10 or 8v8? Or, you know what I mean? It's a lot of questions. So that's more so where my curiosity and interest lies in, like what the fuck kind of mechanics and battlefield are we looking at inside the game. And they got destructible environments and abilities, and that stuff kind of cool. So that part right there is Concord-ish, because first person shooter with abilities, but it's not like Overwatch. It's gonna be more so gunplay focused. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much where I am with it. Just wanting to know what the fuck, like what the fuck is going on with this raid mechanics. You know what I mean? That really stuck out to me, because because when you think about what a raid is, I don't know if you ever participated in one,
Nah, I don't
but
play that gay shit.
a raid is like, it's not just killing, it's also got different mechanics inside of it, like kind of like puzzle mechanics and patterns and different things you gotta interact with the team. Like, some stuff is like two guys gotta go stand on this platform up here, and then two guys gotta defeat some enemies right here, and it'll cause the door to open up, and then you can progress further into the dungeon or the raid or whatever. So I'm wondering how they gonna structure all the mechanics and it be not just about shooting the other team. Like, it's got to be some objective based mechanics in there to interact with, and we seen that like you can summon like a mech tank type thing, and it'll destroy the bubble. Like it's just a lot. It's a lot of like the trailer didn't do a good job of really explaining nothing. You know what I mean? It didn't really show you nothing except for you're gonna have some abilities. You're gonna be riding a horse, and I mean, it showed the shooting, and it showed like the little orb object you're gonna interact with, and then the sword. But it don't. It's like not. It's just look like a bunch of random stuff.
So then,
And
why would
not,
you be excited for it?
I just told you why, because I'm interested in seeing how it's
So
all gonna come together.
So you're not
I'm
interested in actually playing the game. You're just interested in finding out what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's two different things. So basically, their marketing worked on you, right? Because now you want to know what it is. You're gonna go check it out to find out what it is. But if you're looking,
and then plus also like it's free. It's not gonna cost me now.
Yeah, it's free, and that's the reason I'm gonna hop in. I'm gonna hop in because of you. I'm not hopping in because anything about the game even calls my fucking attention, because it's a waste of my time in reality, except the time that I spend with my buddy playing games. But if you're out here already playing another fucking live service game, another shooter that's similar, why would you hop in if you don't have the curiosity that Henry has? That's going to be the question.
I mean, you wouldn't. Except, I mean, other than it being free, you kind of wouldn't. Unless, like if you are an individual who like the kind of games that these people make, before you might check it out. You know what I mean? If your favorite streamer is playing it, you might check it out. But other than that,
so now you're saying the gaming industry is a whole bunch of Neil Druckmann fans just out here saying whatever he touches is good.
pretty much. That's why you had so many people run out and buy Elden Ring, because their favorite stream was playing.
And look, the internet went crazy on these dudes from Highguard. And look, I do feel a little bit bad, man. I ain't gonna lie. I do feel a little bit bad because I don't. You know, even if somebody deserves what's coming to them, I'm human, right? And I don't, like, it's just tough. But it's not just gamers that are, it's not just gamers that were, I don't want to say talking shit about Highguard, but also developers were out here and criticizing them as well. And I made a video about that for members only, so if you want to check it out, become a member today and watch the video. But on LinkedIn, I'm gonna give you guys a DL right now, man. If you want to find out what these developers are doing and what they're saying about each other's games and shit, LinkedIn is where it's at. My God, LinkedIn they talk to each other. They're not talking to the fans. They're not talking to.
They talk shit about each other.
They're talking to each other, which I fuck with hard. I just reactivated my LinkedIn again recently for my new position at work. I got to do more networking, but otherwise I don't give a fuck. And the networking that I get is just people playing their bullshit fucking LinkedIn games that they have, little puzzle games that you get a daily fucking, thing for if you log in every day. But those developers are also saying the same shit. Like, you didn't show us anything, right? Like, you're jumping into a space that is being heavily criticized, and that has been heavily criticized for the last decade or so, and you're not doing anything really that's different from your competition. And Dizzy, fuck Metal Gear Solid Delta with the calf fucking paw licking fucking bullshit.
Man. He don't like no good games.
Good games.
Bullshit.
Good. Yeah, if I was a 13-year-old fucking jacking off to Sears magazines, I would like that fucking game. You can't
take him fucking serious. Real games, he don't play that shit.
Real games?
He got that.
Yeah, dude, please, anybody, go listen to the rating of that game for fucking 2 seconds. You're gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
You're gonna think he's crazy, and you're right.
Fucking trash ass game. But somebody give it to me in a different perspective. So Dizzy, I'm actually gonna go back to Metal Gear because somebody put it in a different way where I was like, you know what, that makes sense. And they said, don't think of it as like a serious military shooter stealth game. Think of it as a parody of a military shooter stealth
Don't
game.
Listen to anything he says.
I was like, damn, that motherfucker, you got a grown ass man acting like a fucking cat licking his paws. And people are out here saying, you just don't understand Japanese fucking culture. You're not fucking cultured enough to understand. Like, shut the fuck up. You're a 45-year-old fucking going to Comic-Con dressed as a fucking Ewu. Fucking get the fuck out of here.
If you don't think Will has credibility, I agree with you.
Who here has beat 180 games in the last 2 years?
180
Raise your fucking
games.
hand. Raise your fucking hand, please. Exactly.
Fucking
I have
mobile
the
games talking about
experience
shit.
to tell
playing
you
bullshit.
when a
You got a
game
lot of that,
is
for sure.
ass. Nobody here has the fucking experience that I do playing games to tell you that that game sucks ass.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
But as we were saying, live service game. Sorry, Dizzy. I'm just not interested in the fucking game, bro. There's way too many games in this world for me to play that game when I don't like some of the things, like the writing specifically. I just think it's too immature. I don't like the characters. I think Solid Snake could be cool, but he's like a parody of a cool guy. You know what I mean? Like, shoot him in the face. Like, he says the most dumbest
just making
shit,
shit
bro.
up.
Because I can't even think of any. I can't bring myself down to a fucking level like that. Like, he's what a 14-year-old kid thinks is fucking cool. You know what I mean? It's like a cool guy who does all the cool shit that he thinks cool people do. You know what I mean? It's like it's weird. Like, look, his design is phenomenal. His costume's phenomenal. The Snake Eater, bro, that's fucking badass. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy good. But when you actually get into the nitty gritty of it, now I see why Konami let Kojima go. Like, nah, like this shit right here, you gotta go, man. Like, now I get it. You go to work and you're fucking locked out of your fucking Gmail or your Teams. You know what I mean? Like, I get it now. Like, you can't even walk into the fucking office. Your key card won't work. Now I fucking get it. What were we talking about? Live service games.
Yep.
So, sorry, they got me out of my center here with fucking Metal Gear Delta Snake Eater. And then another person told me, well, you need to start with the third game, I think they said, or something like that. Start with the first game, and then you'll get the third. I'm like, whatever. And if you got to do all this shit, it's like the people who say, nah, bro, you just got to put 20 hours into a game before it starts getting good. It's like, then the game already lost me. If the game doesn't get my attention the first couple hours, then I'm not going to fucking play it. You know, if it takes 10 minutes or 10 hours for me to fucking start to have fun with the game, that's a waste of time. All right, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna sit around for 10 hours with a game, and that's okay, bro. If you like Metal Gear Solid Delta or you like Power Wash Simulator, then that's on you. You know, then that's your opinion. That's fine. We all like different shit. That's cool. Enjoy it to the fullest. Keep fucking telling people like me that it's the greatest game ever. Keep promoting your favorite games. That is okay. I tried it. I didn't like it. And I'm over it. I may try it again eventually. Look, I didn't treat it like what's that other game that I sold, Nelson? The Soul.
Lost Soul Aside.
Lost Soul Aside. Lost Soul Aside. I traded that bitch in. That's the first time.
It wasn't great though.
See, and then I got shitty tasting games.
Lot better than Ubisoft games though. That's for goddamn sure.
That's the first time that I got a game brand new. And then a week later, I traded that bitch in. And, like, you know what? As a matter of fact, the last time I did that, guess what game it was with?
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
That game sucked, too, though.
That was the last time I did that with, back in 2018 or whenever Death Stranding came out, 17. That's the last time that I bought a game. And Death Stranding was even worse because I bought the game, I went home, installed it, played it, listened to the fire-ass song, and then fucking took that bitch out, went back to GameStop and took a fucking $20, $30 hit on that motherfucker. But that is the last time I did that. So what a coincidence that 10 years fucking later, I do the same shit with another Kojima game. And look, I like Death Stranding 2.
That one, I can't play that shit.
I love Death Stranding 2. As a matter of fact, I tell people all the time, skip Death Stranding 1 and play Death Stranding 2. Night and day fucking difference. But we'll see. I still own it. I haven't got rid of it. So you can at least say that I haven't got rid of it. I still have it in my collection, so I haven't fully stepped away from that game yet. I just don't have any interest in going back it right now. And there's a few games, and if you guys see my video of games that I want to go back to that came out in 2025, I want to go back to Berserker Kazan. That's one that's been calling me like heavy the last couple of days, so I think I'm gonna start playing that one soon because I started Tomb Raider, the survival series. I started playing that again to get ready for the remake that comes out this year. We have Cult of the Lamb, the extension that's coming out in a couple days. The Winter Wool or Wool Winter whatever expansion. I'm really looking forward to that. And that's another thing too. When I play games, I just don't beat games and forget about them. No, I beat the game. I buy the expansions. I buy the DLC. Cyberpunk, same exact shit. One of my favorite games ever. I beat that game about 4 or 5 different times. I've only beat the DLC twice, so I gotta hop in there and play it again. But I'm pacing myself because I have way more games that I haven't beat that I have. But either way,
Yep.
live service games. Look, man, I know I talk a lot of shit about live service games because I'm a single player gamer. I love my narrative driven action adventure games. Those are my thing. You know what I mean? And
Right on.
that's completely the opposite of what a live service game gives me. Live service is usually different players. There's minimal story. It's all gameplay, and I don't like the competitiveness in gaming. Like I'm not happy because I killed you 20 times. Like yeah, I'm happy in the moment, but it's not like I think about that all the time and I want to
Not
get that same
satisfying.
feeling. It's not satisfying. Thank you, Nelson. So with a game like High Guard, the reason I'm so critical about it is because I think studios will have a better opportunity with a single player game than coming out with a live service game, especially something that really doesn't look much different than other things. And we have had so many successful live service games, but something that I want to ask you guys, the reason I bring up High Guard, not just to gauge excitement for it, but two, I have a little theory. So have you noticed that the most successful live service games were live service games that came out between like 2012 and like 2018? And the reason I bring that up is because we have Fortnite, Call of Duty, Rust, Apex, all these games, and it's very hard for anything that came out after to kind of stay. Henry, does
Mhm.
that make sense? And if that makes sense, why do you think that is? Why is it that the first wave of those live service games were the most successful?
I think so. I think mostly because that's the you know, they came out and like, all right, for example, you bring a Fortnite battle royale genre, because you had like H1Z1, you had PUBG. PUBG still popping, by the way, too.
Yeah.
So it's quite a few that's still popping, even if they popping in the background. You know what I mean? CS:GO, I would classify that as live service. Valorant, that's like a hero shooter version of CS:GO. You got hero abilities in there, and then you got Overwatch, and I think I to be honest, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it was just the right time for a lot of those games, even though a ton of them did end up falling off. A ton of them stayed. Like we just spoke about Siege, which you would think wouldn't be successful because CS:GO is out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Then Valorant come out, you would think it wouldn't be successful because you got Siege and you got CS:GO, but it's still, you know what I mean? It's still successful. Then you would have you got like Overwatch. Of course, you had other games. It's games called Paladins. It was like Overwatch except it had a card based system. It failed, but then Marvel Rivals came out. It was successful. You know what I mean? It's just. I think it's more so just you got to hit at the right time. You know what I mean? You got to hit at the right time, and because I think if people weren't so sick of Overwatch, then Marvel Rivals probably wouldn't be as popular. It's gonna have a certain degree of popularity just because of the Marvel characters. But it's been plenty of Marvel games that have come out and flopped. You know what I mean? The Marvel's Avengers came out and flopped. It didn't just take off because it was Marvel characters. You know, so yeah, and then you look
True,
like
but
Battlefield.
in that defense, also, it's not like we don't have a lot of Marvel video games, but we have a lot of Marvel movies.
Hmm.
So now, if you're gonna come with a Marvel movie, you got to come correct because we have experience with some of the greatest superhero movies ever made. But if you're coming out with a Marvel live service game, then maybe you don't have to come as quote unquote correct because you are kind of one of the first to do it, if that makes sense. Now, I normally agree with RPG. He said it's not about who's first, it's about who does it best. I agree, but maybe in this situation, not only did they come first, but they also did it best. What do you guys think about that, Henry?
I mean, you do have to have a degree. I mean, the game do have to be good, but it's been games with good systems and good shooting and good movement that is also flop. You know what I mean? It's just a matter if the people are willing to give it an opportunity. I think when one game, like, all right, for example, Arc Raiders, people didn't think it was gonna be popping. It's popping. Now we see that it's allowed for the room for Marathon. The sentiment around Marathon is changed a whole lot from that first beta. You know, after that first beta, people like fuck this game. This shit been a flop. It's been to be trash. But now people are warming up to it. So I think once once you have one game to kind of show people that it's a good genre to be in and it's fun to be had inside the genre, then it opens people up. I mean, it opens people up to giving other games that's coming in behind it a shot and an opportunity. You know what I mean, to win them over. But other than that, I mean, I really don't know. It's just in my opinion, just like a timing thing. And you can be too early. You know what I'm saying? And if you're too
Oh,
early, you can
absolutely.
fail. If you too late, you can fail. It's just, in my opinion, it's just all about timing. And of course, you do have to have those key foundational things as far as gameplay and stuff like that. It got to be sound. It got to at least be a sound game. But we've also seen that, some games that ain't so sound, people are still willing to give it the opportunity if it's got some core things there and they can kind of see what they're going for. Like if they can see what you're going for and you just got some issues here and there, they'll give you like a month or two to fix it before they like shut on out. You know what I mean? But yeah, in my opinion, it's just timing.
What about you, Nelson? What do you think about these live service games, and why is it that the ones that came out first, like in the mid 2000 teens, are still going? They're still successful, and where the new ones they're having a much harder time, getting their footing and staying.
Mostly because these fucking games are trying to copy each other, and when a dude got $8,500 stuck in one game, he don't want to move to the other one to do the same shit where he ain't got $8,500 stuck into it. That's one of the biggest reasons.
Yeah. So
Another reason is this game's got 8 years of adding on to it. How the hell are you ever gonna catch up with that?
So I've been saying this for a while,
You
and
gotta do something different.
and some people disagree with me. A lot of people disagree with me. Some agree, but those are few and far in between. So what I say about these new live service games is, look, if you're gonna come in, first off, you got to have a purpose. Meaning, what customer are you trying to attract? What kind of gamer are you trying to attract? Because the only way that I see opportunity if you're a live service game is you're either
different.
taking gamers from a different game, and two is you're bringing in gamers that aren't from that don't play live service games. Those are the two main camps that you can get gamers from, right? So if you go with A, where you're trying to take gamers from a different type of game, well, how are you going to be different, like Nelson says? Because if you're going to create a
That's
Fortnite,
why I play Helldivers. Name a game like like Helldivers.
Fucking
uh,
bullshit, bro.
You can't do it.
so well that
Not a
leads me
game
to
just
the
like
next
it.
thing. How many times have I said this as well? Why aren't we building live service games off IP that people already love? I said this about Concord. If Concord would have had a single player game with fleshed out characters that they didn't look like ass, I think more people would have been more receptive towards it. The gameplay was phenomenal. It's just those other things weren't good. But if they would have showed us the world, the lore, the characters maybe weren't as ugly, I think it would have had more success. Now,
Yeah, bro.
B,
They had a lot of lore in there, but you had to go in there and like manually look at it and read and shit. Like,
I don't want to know no
bro,
more about them goddamn characters.
it was. I
people
mean, the
don't
lore
even
behind the characters was cool. It was just the way they presented it. It just was. They
people
could
don't
not have put it in there.
people want to skip cutscenes. You know what I mean? Like, people don't have the patience to even watch a 2-minute cutscene, let alone they're gonna fucking sit there and go ahead and read, the lore. Like, you gotta show them. You can't tell them. Same thing with fucking gameplay. You gotta show them and not tell them, because that's just gonna throw people or turn people off. And that's gonna lead me to a second question. Henry, do you think that these developers are they just don't have their ears to the streets? Like, they don't really know what gamers want?
I agree. Because one of the things too, what I was talking about even with High Guard, is they they dropped the trailer and then they ran off and clammed up. They weren't willing to talk to the community, respond to feedback, tell us exactly what the fucking game is about. And it's like they want to just show up and collect money. You know what I mean? And when you producing a live service game this day and age, you can't do that. Like we see how Marathon is doing right now. They dropping like a substantial video. They dropped one last month and they dropped one this month. You know what I'm saying? And they going in depth and detail. They being real transparent about the stuff they adding and the different systems. And when they talking about mechanics in the game, they going really in depth with it. And they even put out these small clips. Like you can't be creating a live service game and want to be quiet about it. You got to be out there. You got to be communicating. You got to be transparent. You know what I mean? But for High Guard, we should have at least 2 dev diaries by now. At least 2. And to be honest, we should have had an open beta. You know what I'm saying? Because you asking people, sure the game free and people gonna try just off strength of being free. But same time, you asking people to, like you say, they either gonna poach gamers from another live service or like just get people interested. And I do think they'll be able to get some Apex players because Apex has been on a downtrend for a while now. You know what I mean? It's not doing that well. But at the same time, why should they? What are you presenting to them to show the gamers that your game just ain't gonna do the same thing Apex gonna do? You know what I mean? All the complaints that they got with Apex, how do they know they're not gonna have the same complaints with this game right here? Because you ain't told them nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just how I feel about it, because you can be successful at poaching gamers from other games. Like I said, people were pissed off with Overwatch 2 for a good little while, and you got Marvel Rivals coming along offering similar gameplay mechanics, and what they doing different than Overwatch is third person and it's Marvel Heroes. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't do a ton different, but it's enough to differentiate it from Overwatch, even though the gameplay loop is exactly the same. You know what I mean? It's the exact same game except it's third person and superheroes. So to Nelson's point, you do got to do something different, but it ain't got to be like totally out of left field different. You know what I'm saying? Because
you could take a looter and then instead of fucking bring and do more space shit or something, like it can't just be a 1-for-1. You know what I mean?
Because even if you look at Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty is doing something different, and motherfuckers is hating it. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers want to go play Battlefield now. Motherfuckers want to go play Arc Raiders now. So being different and doing different stuff ain't always gonna be the answer, because you can go too far. You know what I'm saying? And if it's a balance to it. If you go too far, then people gonna leave. If you don't go far enough, people gonna be bored.
But I feel like they just go about it the incorrect way. I feel like in the video game industry, they have 2 extremes, right? You have the extreme, and I'm talking about doing things different. You have the extreme of, okay, we're just going to do early access. We're going to fucking, call this game unreleased, right? And then we're gonna leave it like that for 2 years and change shit every month. And the community helps us build the game, which I disagree with. I don't like early access. I despise it. And then you have the other way, how Call of Duty does it, where they just drop a fucking bag of new shit on top of you, and then they sort it out as players complain. It's like, why is it so hard for you to fucking drop feed the shit, get the community fucking reaction on it, or even better, like how Bungie did it with Destiny for a long time, right? They would get these fucking high profile streamers to go over to Oregon or Washington, wherever the fuck they're from, and they would play test the game and let them know, hey, change this, change that. They did the same thing with Halo, except what happened? They didn't take none of these fucking gamers' advice, and the developers wasted everybody's time and just ended up doing what they wanted to do any fucking ways, right? But I feel like there's a way of doing this, and that's the problem that the video game industry has, is that they see the gamers as lesser than. It's like, my guy, we have professional gamers out here. We have streamers, we have YouTubers, we have people that have been gaming for 40 years. We have people that have been gaming for longer than some developers have been making fucking games. And
I'm at 36 years. I'm probably the average age of a fucking developer.
Yeah, but you play games on easy and it takes you 100 hours for a 20-hour game, so you don't count.
Shut up.
But it's like there's way of doing shit. And look, look, I'm not saying me neither, because I don't think I shouldn't be part of that discussion. I don't want to go up there and help these developers. I don't have the time. I don't have the knowledge. I just know if a game is fun or not. You know what I mean? I'm not good at being creative, so I'm not gonna be there and say, you know what, maybe you should add. Like, no, just present me something. I'll let you know if I'm having a good time with it. If I see potential, if you can make something a little bit better or change something, I can do that. But outside of like being creative and give you a list of ideas, I that's not me. Henry, he can do that.
But to be honest, I think it's more Marathon Glaze. But what I think really helped them shape the way people perceive in Marathon right now is the fucking surveys they put out. Because with the surveys and the way they craft the questions, they kind of steering you, so like you're not just thrown off into a field and telling them what to do. They kind of guide you with the questions and the answers in the questions to kind of guide them in what they should tweak and what they should change and what they should add. So participating inside of them surveys,
God, this game's amazing.
It is a good way to like help the developer out, but also on the developer side, you gotta put these betas out early enough to where people can give you that feedback and you can enact it for the next test and the next test and also make them fucking free. Don't be charging nobody for no fucking early access for these games. That's retarded. But if you can do that early enough and curate your questions in a way to get proper feedback, not just bullshit feedback, because a lot of people give you some bullshit feedback and they just hate and they're just mad. They're not really trying to give you nothing actionable to add to the game and fix it. They hate gaming. And it's a lot of that going on inside of the Discord for the game. It's just nothing really productive that they can do. But for right now, those surveys and the open betas and tests is the best we got right now. But at the same time, they gotta have a concept out, a playable concept out to test the waters and get people involved and get answers. So it's still on them to put a product out or some form of the product out for the people to try. And High Guard developers didn't do that. And like I said, they put this game out and they don't succeed. That's on them. That's the decision they made, because they could have very well, they could have put a fucking test out last November, last October, last August. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't. And so if it come out and flop, they earned that.
Yeah, and it's gonna be hard, man. Live service. Look, I think the big reason that the game flopped.
This game is so fucking good, dude.
What are you playing?
He's playing Red Dead, bro. Old ass fucking game.
It's
part of the fucking problem.
Why can't they make good games as good anymore?
They do. You just don't play them.
They don't.
I think part of the problem with High Guard, not just High Guard, but live service in general, it's like in the Video Game Awards, when they announced the game and people found out that it was a live service game, there is a sentiment out here that people are fed up of the live service stuff. And who watched the Video Game Awards show day one? It's gonna be mainly the casuals to hardcore crowd. And the casual to hardcore crowd, a lot of them are going to be playing the single player stuff. The casual to the, who plays games here and there, those guys will be playing more of the live service stuff. Now, I'm not saying hardcore people don't play live service. Of course they do. But that is a filler to their gaming kind of schedule or their gaming, the type of shit that they play. They don't make live service game their priority, right? They're making it their filler in between games, or hey, I want to play with the friends or with the homies. We'll play some together. But I think that's the biggest thing and that's why I asked the question: is the gaming industry not have their ear to the streets, right? And that's what I mean by that is they're not giving the people what they want. Look how Ace Combat 7 got a reaction. Ace Combat 8 got a reaction. Look how Warhammer Total War got a reaction. Look how all these single player games got a reaction, right? But then look at the live service stuff. I don't even remember another live service game from the show, and I think there was one more.
For
Loop. Henry, what do you think about what I just said?
I agree. But it's a but in there. Developers, we want the developers to make the kind of games they want to make, and it's the kind of games that they make.
No, I don't agree with that.
I want them to make the kind of game I want them.
Yes.
I want to play. I don't give a fuck what they want to make.
No. But the thing is, though, when we see them make a game like this, we assume that they're being forced to make it. But when we see them make a single player game, we don't assume they forced to make it. Like, it gotta be, it gotta be both ways. Some of them do choose to make multiplayer games. Some of them do choose to make single player games. Some of them are probably working on single player games and might not want to make single player games. Some of them are working on multiplayer games and might not want to make multiplayer games. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, that's life, right? I don't want to go to work and make 50 calls tomorrow. So it's like, oh well, I got to do it unless find a new job, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with the developer. Yeah, I might like other tasks of my work that I like more than making phone calls, but I got to do what I got to do. So I get what you're saying. I much rather play a game from a developer who wanted to make that specific game. And look, I'm not saying that Highguard, the developers are wrong because they wanted to make that specific game. I'm not saying that at all. But it's like a passion project where it's like, for your first game and you need to make some money, you're not going to do a passion fucking project. You're going to do something that you want to make, but that is also going to sell. So there's going to be some give and take there. Yeah, maybe it's not the thing that you 100%.
You know who can make a passion project? Gabe Newell. You know why? Because if it flopped, he got all kind of money.
So
know what I'm saying?
There should be some give and take there, right? There should be some, okay, we're not doing absolutely 100% of what we want to do, but we at least like working on some of the things that we're working on. I just think that they need to be more realistic. I'm not going to eat what the chef recommends. I'm going to eat what I want to make. Okay, and also the chef says this is pretty good. I don't know if I said that correctly, but
I get what you.
They should be wanting to sell their fucking game first. That should be number one. Is sell their game. What is hot? But you don't let it take it to the extreme to the point where, okay, Expedition 33 was the most nominated game last year. Let's copy what they do. Not to that extent.
It's about to be a ton of those.
Of course it is. Just like the Souls games, right? And just like live service game, which people are still chasing to this fucking day. But somewhere in the middle, somewhere of like, okay, gamers are looking for this, but we want to make this. How can we marry the two together? And I think those are some of the best games ever made right there. Not all of them. Right? Some of them are games, like Henry is saying, that the developer wanted to make it. They're making it, and it ended up becoming one of the greatest games ever. Expedition 33 being one of them. They wanted to make a game like that, right? But those are the exceptions. Those aren't the rule. The rule is you make a game that gamers want to play, and then you add your own flavor in there that makes it your own. So I think that's the route. But either way, enough of High Guard. But we're also going to keep going with the live service shit because over this last week, we found out that New World is done. Finito. January 2027, they're done. Amazon is pulling the plug. And we had the owner or the guy who created Rust out here make a public offer to buy the game. First it was 20 million and then he upped it to 25 million. He then later posted, made a joke that Amazon said no, but for that kind of money, they'll get his whatever delivered to him on time. Some joke like that. But then things got a little bit spicier because the guy who created Palworld said, I'll go halves with you, but we got to keep the game mode that released when the game first came out as a separate thing. And he said, deal. But Henry, hypothetically speaking, right? Should Amazon sell the game to these two dudes for 25 million?
Yep.
Hell yeah! What are you bitching about? That game probably didn't cost much over 25 million. You've already made money off of it. If you ain't gonna do nothing with it,
yeah, bro. I think
it's like if I was taking a car to the junkyard, right?
I'm pretty sure the game cost more than 25 million to make.
Probably not a ton more, but whatever. I'm just saying, fucking, they already made their money off of it. If I was taking my car to the junkyard and someone was like, and I know I ain't gonna get nothing for it, and someone came up and said, hey, I'll give you 2,500 for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should sell that shit, bro. Cause
junkyard ain't gonna give me a goddamn thing.
Yeah, you get some out of it, and then also, you know, this go along with, you know, keeping certain IP alive, bro.
That's a down payment on a better vehicle. You know what I'm saying?
I think they should sell that bitch.
I agree.
They're not gonna use it.
I actually think
bitch going to the barrel yard. I mean, fuck.
I think
what
that the owners of these two successful IPs should have their people call Amazon's people and make an official offer. I don't know if they did it or not, or if he's fucking around, but hypothetically, if they are serious, and look, he can afford 25 million. Russ has been around for what, 15 years or 14 years or some shit like that. He got the money. Palworld guy, he's got the fucking money. Yeah, come together. Fuck it. Even if they
Russ is still making money. They make that 25 million up in like a month.
Okay, not that much, but yeah. But
Russ make money.
You know what I mean? Even if they gotta up that offer a little bit, fucking do it, bro. And that's the shit that we talk about all the time when we say when developers say some shit like, well, if you don't like our game, make your own game, right? This is kind of one of those situations, right? Where it's like, fuck it, we're going to step in and buy something from you that you no longer want, and we're going to go ahead and make it into something the gamers want. And look, there's a reason why Rust has been around for these many years. There's a reason why Palworld is maintaining. Is because they're giving the gamers what they fucking want. And I think it would be a good idea. And just like I bought Baldur's Gate, even though I don't like turn-based games, I would buy New World if these dudes bought it, because I want to support what they're doing. Even though if it's not, you know, MMOs are not my type of game, I would still support something like that. But I just thought it was a super interesting thing because we don't see, one, developers being like that, right? The only time we hear about an acquisition or something like that is from the big boys, from Sony, Xbox, shit, hardly ever Nintendo.
Did you know PlayStation devs worked on New World?
I don't give a shit. PlayStation doesn't worry about their own fucking first party games. I don't give a fuck what they're working.
All Naughty Dog shit.
That's true.
But
yeah,
I would tell you, it's like gameplay wise, it's a solid game.
It looked good. I was interested in it until I found out it was a live service game, and then I'm like, nope. I am out. And then the last live service discussion I want to have with you guys is so. Battlefield just delayed their second season, which a lot of people are not liking, and not just they're not liking it, but the numbers are going down. The concurrent player count is, really, really low right now. But then my question to you guys is, does EA really give a fuck? I mean, how many copies of Battlefield did they sell at $70? This isn't a live service game. This isn't a free to play game. No, they charge $70 and they got that
live service
motherfucker.
game, but
Yeah, it's just not. It's
Or
just
what I
not
mean, I mean
it's
a
not
free to play live service game.
it's not a free to play. Yeah, they get their money. That's the thing. You don't need to maintain 200,000 players at a time when you already got money out of these motherfuckers. In a free to play, if people aren't playing, you're not getting that small amount of money from a small amount of people. You know what I mean? If you're getting money from 10% of people and you didn't get no money from anybody, you know what I mean? You need more players because all your income is dependent on those people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we have to think, one, that RedSec shit failed. That shit costs money to make RedSec.
That's what they're probably really pissed about because they ain't making no extra money on that.
And also,
but they spent money on it.
Yeah, they don't need to have 200,000 concurrent players, but they're at the bottom of the fucking barrel right now. It's not like they took a little bit of a dip. They took a huge fucking dip.
Hey, they're still way ahead of the last 4 Call of Duties and Warzone combined.
Yeah, it's just
Call of Duty's actually catching up.
No, they're not. That's 5 games combined. The last 5 Warzone and the last 4 Call of Duties
player
combined,
count. In player count
are still way behind Battlefield. That's how bad Call of
Duty.
Well,
actually, no. Call of Duty is ahead of Battlefield right now.
Is it? No way.
Yes.
I ain't got my phone on me.
Yes, way.
They were behind earlier this week.
They're ahead. Battlefield is down.
They combined all this shit.
And also, we have what's that game that I call is a pussy game, Henry?
Arc Raiders.
Arc Raiders. And we also have Arc Raiders coming in, right? That takes a big hit off of them. What can Battlefield 6 do to bring those players back, Henry? What would it take for them to bring you back?
Because I keep up with the news. The main thing, the issues with Battlefield is the content. They're not putting out enough content, and people want the naval warfare. You know what I mean? They waiting on that, and then of course obviously the second season push. They expecting. Since it got pushed, they expecting something even bigger. They want bigger maps. They want naval warfare, and they want like it's like little bugs and glitches that still haven't been alleviated. But as a short list, that's what they asking for. But at the same time, I don't think there's gonna be enough. I don't think it's ever gonna get back to, because this bitch peaked at like almost 800,000. This game will never see 800,000 ever again. You know what I'm saying? So
that's any game. You're trying to get like a quarter of them back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because even Marvel Rivals ain't nowhere near where it peaked at. You know what I'm saying? And people still playing that. It's just once they bring in the bigger maps and the naval warfare, when those numbers come in, that's probably gonna be where their new normal is at until a new update come out, because it's gonna gradually dip, then jump up, then dip, then jump. It's all, you just don't want to maintain a constant dip, because when you maintain a constant dip, then more than likely they're gonna pull off and put out less and less content, because they're gonna be putting more people on the new game and not keeping them up to date, not keeping them working on this game, the current game, to keep content flowing. You know what I'm saying? So if this next update don't do it, it's probably gonna be a wrap as far as consistent new content. But yeah, that's what the street's saying that they want.
Yeah. So what about you, Nelson? What would it take for them to bring you back?
Oh, I never really left. It just whatever it takes to get other people back, because I play when I see people I know playing online. That's how I play that game. So
okay, so what would it take?
Back, they get me back.
So what would it take to get those people back? So then you hop back in.
I don't know. That's on them. I just jump in and play whenever I see someone I want to play with playing.
So you're a follower. So, okay.
Yes,
and you're telling me 100%. What games are good and what games are bad when you just said that you just play whatever. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, they can't do nothing for me. The only thing they can do for me is add an DLC to the campaign.
I just don't like playing with randoms on that game. I like to communicate.
Yeah, I don't like playing with none of you guys on that fucking game. I just want more content in the DLC side of things, or of the campaign, And look, that campaign was shit. It was garbage. And look, people can
Oh,
talk
I
shit.
gotta ask you something about that too.
Yeah.
Since let me ask you this: since the campaign was not that good, do you think in the next Battlefield they're gonna put in another campaign, or they gonna
They
just
could have
drop
used
it?
that dev time to make something
Yes.
better than a single player, like
Yes.
fucking more maps.
They are. One of the
Fuck that
things.
single player campaign.
One of the things. That's how you know Nelson doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. One of the things, and I think it was the director. They interviewed him when we found out that the game did have a campaign. Was he said that they messed up on the last game by not creating a campaign because
I disagree.
he says even though the majority of people do not play the campaign from start to finish, the campaign is a teaser for the multiplayer stuff. So if you play the campaign, you know, the whole point of the campaign is to get you warmed up for the multiplayer shit. So if you finish the campaign, it leaves you hanging a little bit, and you can get that you can get that by playing the multiplayer stuff. But that's what brought me back. That's also what brought a buddy of mine back too to Battlefield, was the campaign. If they would have never dropped the campaign, I would have never came back. I didn't buy 2042 or 2040, whatever it was, because it didn't have a campaign. My buddy didn't either.
Because with the previous Call of Duties, you know, I don't finish the campaigns, but you know, because you used to get access to them like early, like a week earlier, some shit. And so I would just fuck around and play that and get used to the mechanics and the movement and shit.
And also,
the multiplayer drop.
Think about this too. While everybody's talking shit about the campaign and nobody plays it, look at Black Ops 7. How many people were talking shit about the multiplayer, and how many people were talking shit about the campaign? You know what I mean? How many people were out there talking about the flying machetes and shit? That happened during the campaign. So people want to act like the campaigns don't get played. They fucking do. Look at the trophies. You'll know. You know what I mean? So people just be fronting on social media, act like they don't play the campaign. I don't know why, but people play the fucking campaign and they love the campaigns. Shit, you know what, again, you know what, one of the 4 games that I beat this weekend? Modern Warfare 3 campaign. That's what I just beat this weekend. Then I went ahead and installed Modern Warfare 2 campaign, and I rebought Modern Warfare 2019 because my copy, the disc is, I don't know, I don't know what the fuck it is. I think I played, because I have 800 hours in that motherfucker, and I don't know if it's I played it too much and the disc completely like got fucked up or what, because I take care of my shit. But there is a possibility that I did let my friend borrow it and he fucked it up. But either way, I rebought that motherfucker because I love that campaign, and it should have got here today and it didn't. And when Amazon told me it was going to be late, I got pissed because that was really what I was going to be playing tonight, was that campaign, and now it's going to come in tomorrow. So the campaign is 100% for me the reason I buy these games. I still buy Call of Duty to this day. I just wait till they go on the. For those of you guys that don't know, GameStop will sell you a brand new copy of Call of Duty in the springtime for $20, brand new. Sometime between March and May, they'll do their $20 sale, and that's when I jump in. So it's about 6 months after the game already came out, and I'll hop in there for $20. I bought Black Ops 6 for 20. I bought all of them for $20. I refuse to spend that much money. Why? Because the campaigns are only, 6. Well, lately they've been 4 or 5 hours. Modern Warfare 3 campaign was 5 hours, and that's because I played at a little bit higher difficulty. But if I would have played normal difficulty, that would have been a 4-hour campaign. Back when they were doing the 7, 8-hour campaigns, yeah, I'm there day one. The thing is, and I've always said this about Call of Duty, is there is really no other game out there, none, that gives you the high quality first person shooter, action, fucking cinematic, fucking the crazy set pieces. You don't get that from nobody. You only get that from like an Uncharted or, you know what I mean? Those big AAA games. But how many actual shooters give you that? Not even Warhammer gave you that big, set piece. We all thought we were going to be riding the robot. What's it called? The
Dreadnought.
The Dreadnought. And we didn't get to drive that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't drive them.
So Call of Duty, as much as people want to talk shit about them, that's the one thing that they do really, really good is those set pieces with those games. and I love it. I love them. You don't get many games of that quality. Remember, the key word is that quality, because yeah, there's some games that give you some set pieces, but not at that high level. It's just a quality that it feels expensive. It feels professional. It feels like, you know what I mean? It feels like you're at a good steakhouse, not a fucking Applebee's eating a steak. So yeah,
Right
campaign
on.
is extremely important. I buy them for the campaign, but now I wait because they're so short. But when they were that 8-hour mark,
God, there's no place in town I can go, but I want
Day
a
one.
steak down.
they won. What was the other thing I wanted to talk? So yeah,
I want a
Battlefield
steak.
6. There's nothing they can do except add on to the campaign, and that's it. I will not be back to that game, just like I won't be back to Arc Raiders unless you guys want to
Wow.
hop in there. But even then, I'm probably gonna look for a different game to play and try to bring that up instead of playing that bullshit. Anything else about the live service stuff? Anything else about Call of Duty, High Guard?
You know, I love it. I love.
Is
I
that
love
game
Live
gonna
Service.
actually release when they say it's gonna? That game has
Coming
gone
out this
fucking-
week.
It's that you say that, but that game went dark. You know that, right?
Yeah, it went dark, but at the same time, they with the it's gotta come out, bro.
Does it? Is it even
Yeah.
real? I don't know.
Yeah, it
What
gotta
do you
come
mean?
out.
Is it even real?
These motherfuckers ain't said nothing about that game since the Game
Yeah,
Awards
yeah.
show. There's been no social media. It's like they fucking up and vanished, dude.
Motherfucker, they do shadow drops all the time, and you don't question if they were real or not.
That's different. Nobody know about it.
Anyway, yeah, game will be out this week until we hear otherwise. Until they say the game is delayed or is not coming out, then we're gonna assume that it comes out this week, like they told us it will, and like everybody else been writing about it. But moving on to our next topic, which we're winding down here, ladies and gentlemen, is
Fucking bitch.
gonna be a couple two different things. I'll say this one real quick, but Jeff Bezos has been going around social media because he said this. Jeff Bezos claims that in the future you will not buy a gaming PC. You will only rent computing power in the cloud to play games online. He called it
He's right.
inefficient and predicted it won't last, saying people will instead rent computing power from the cloud, much like buying electricity. Henry, what do you think about that? Because people are going up in arms
Bruh.
about that.
To be honest with you, he might be on to something, bro.
Mhm.
He might be on to something. Cause
And wait, people
He
are
knows things
attacking
you don't.
him like it's his fault, right? And no, he's just
Yeah, he's telling you the bad news that you know. What
Nobody's
I'm saying?
telling you.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you gotta think, bro. People are already, even before the RAM stuff, motherfuckers was not trying to upgrade their PCs for real, bro. They was not trying to do it. And if you sit up here and tell these folks you can keep a 3050, 3060 Ti for the rest of your days, and all you got to do is subscribe for $20 a month, and you'll be able to rent a freaking whatever the hot new card is. Folks doing it, bro. They fucking doing it. Because everybody lease everything else any fucking way.
Bro, Henry. When I sold Porsche, Maserati, like the G wagons and shit, we leased 8 out of 10 cars. 8 out of 10 cars we leased. But also,
folks don't mind paying for that shit, bro.
No.
I mean, it's the hardcore and serious people who don't. But even some of us.
You seen
that
Nvidia's
bro.
shit, right? Like they're
So
making
much more
3% of their money off of these high-end GPU cards. That shit ain't even worth their fucking time no more, my guy.
well,
it's not.
people don't understand about this situation
And
is,
I don't think people understand this about the situation too. Half the cards they sell or better go to China. Now China making their own cards. Their government ain't gonna allow them to buy American shit no
they
more.
sure is.
So that 3% about to be fucking 1%.
Nvidia
Which
is
means
an American.
time to get out of the fucking game.
No.
I know, but who buy the cards?
China
China buys like 2/3 of their cards, my guy.
And whose fault is that? It's PlayStation.
Wow.
PlayStation's fault.
Hey, I posted the Chinese PlayStation commercial inside the
Hey,
the chat,
yeah,
boy.
now they're trying to come back after you too fucking late. Now you fucking whoring yourself out to PC, you fucking losers. They're the ones who put a fucking console ban on China from 2000 and whatever to 2000 and whatever.
Nah, that was China.
Why did they do
A
that?
couple years ago. They
It's
put a ban on
PlayStation, a
everything.
whole
Their
bunch of
government controls
bitches.
everything.
Well, yeah, because they steal everything. All intellectual property is stolen any fucking ways. But
I know. When he ain't got no rules, I mean, shit.
but the one thing that people don't understand is you got to blame your fucking selves. Yes, you, the listener, you need to blame your fucking self. You're the one that didn't want to buy physical anymore. You're the one that said that digital's more convenient. You said that, not me. I got over 600 physical games in my collection. I've been buying my physical. Now they're taking everything. Everything. And it's going to happen way sooner than fucking later. You can still turn this around. FYI, you can still turn this shit around. We still have time. We're still in the PS5 generation where they're still selling physical games. Even live service games are selling physical. Helldivers, physical. MLB The Show, physical. GT7, physical. They're still selling you physical games. So you can change that shit around right fucking now. Stop buying digital, but you won't. You won't. Then when they sell you computing power instead of computing components, it's their fucking fault, right? When they only put out a digital only a console, it's their fault, right? It's not your fault.
Correct.
I'm just saying, bro, you guys, we have, you know, it's the same thing when we quote unquote boycott these fucking games, right? You don't fucking boycott shit. You can't help yourself. You gotta go get it day one. You don't care that they think that you're a fucking, what is it, extremist, or that you're against diversity, or that you're a racist, or that you just hate women. They say these things about you, but yet you show up day one and you give them that $70 fucking dollars, and then you expect shit to change. Or let's take it at a real, more relatable level. This game runs like ass. I'm tired of Call of Duty, but yeah, you're here fucking buying this shit day one. You're here fucking knowing that Call of Duty is complete garbage, but yet you make excuses of why you buy that game. You know that the game is a buggy, broken mess, but you make excuses of why you buy that fucking game. Look, I can relate. I was just like you. And then I had enough. Enough was enough. I stopped buying games that had online required in front of them, right? I buy them pre-owned now, so the developer don't get none of my money. Ghost of Yotei, I disagreed with the direction they went in, so what I do? I got a pre-owned copy. Assassin's Creed Shadows, what I do? I got a pre-owned copy. Hey, I'm just saying, man, I'm trying to do what I can do because ownership is important to me. And look at where we're heading, bro. People want to blame AI. Fuck AI. AI is not the fucking reason. Yes, AI is the accelerator and the fuel, but you're the one who pushed that start button. You're the one who said, you know what? Fuck going to Walmart, Best Buy, Target, GameStop. I'm just going to sit right here at midnight, which, by the way, you still got to wait to download that fucking game. Then download the fucking game. Then next thing you know, it's 2 in the fucking morning. Not everybody.
Not everybody, but a lot of
Not everybody. Well, all you had to do was fucking get your ass to bed, wake up at 8 in the morning, go to fucking Walmart, pick up your fucking game. But y'all did this to yourself, man. Look, I don't want to say these things, and I don't want to fucking blame this on you guys, but I'm going to be real. It's your fault. It's your fault. You're doing it to yourself. You're doing it to me. Cult of the Lamb.
You're about to be renting computing power, bro.
Physical copy. Yeah, you're going to be renting computing power. 4 million copies sold first week. Absolutely, Queen Miku.
Next gen going to be all cloud, bro.
Yep. But, you know, I haven't paid $80 for not one Nintendo game. Because I disagree with that. I'm just saying, guys. I know we can't every single boycott. That's not realistic. That's not. I'm not telling you that. But on those games that you're like, you know what? I can wait a couple days. I can wait a week to find a pre-owned copy. Wait. Some games you got to get day one because you're hype about it. That's okay. But don't make it every fucking game. Start somewhere. You know what I mean? Start somewhere. Speaking of Nintendo 33% loss.
Mm.
Oof. This one I'm gonna pull up the article for because there's some details in there. And I don't want to just shoot off the hip on this one. But this is a title from Game Rant. An article from Game Rant says Nintendo stock falls 33% as investors react to Switch 2 reality. It says here Nintendo share price in Japan has fallen sharply over the past several months, dropping roughly 33% since its all-time high in August 2025 as investors reassesses the company's post-Switch 2 momentum and near-term outlook. As of Tuesday, Nintendo stock closed at 9,950 yen, which is $62.70, marking the first time it has dipped below 10,000 yen threshold since April 2025. The decline follows a record peak of 14,000 yen, $93, reached last summer, the highest share price ever recorded for the company. While fluctuations are common in the video game industry, analysts say the speed of the drop has rattled some investors, particularly amid uncertainty around future pricing hardware margins and Nintendo's 2026 first-party lineup. Nintendo stock in Japan is sliding, Katana Games CEO Dr. Surikan Toto wrote on X earlier this week. So 33% negative in 5 months. Investors are spooked by possible price hikes, lack of first-party hits, and US EU hardware discount during the holidays. Speaking to Game Rant, Toto says strong market reactions following major console launch are nothing new for Nintendo, for better or worse. Quote, console launches are critical for a game company's short and midterm future, so heavy reactions if anything goes south or north post-launch are not surprising, Toto said. Nintendo is a good example. Toto pointed to a historical precedent, knowing that Nintendo stock surged during the Wii era once investors recognized the company had two winning horses in both the Wii and Nintendo's DS. Conversely, confident collapsed during the Wii U years. Then the company's stock remained flat on the very low level for years, as the market came to terms with the console struggles. The recent downturn comes despite a historical strong start for the Switch 2, which launched in June 2025 and quickly became the fastest-selling console of all time. However, sell momentum appears to have cooled somewhat over the holiday period, a slowdown that, while expected, has coincided with concerns about Nintendo's software pipeline. Additional uncertainty stems from rising component costs and internal trade pressures. Last week, Nintendo's president Shuntaro Furukawa acknowledged that memory prices and tariffs, particularly in the US, remain an ongoing concern. Now I'm going to stop there because there's nothing much there, but Nintendo also stated this week that the cost of RAM and all this shit is not going to affect Nintendo right now. PlayStation said the same thing.
It ain't.
But last week we talked about the Black Friday drop in sales from the Switch 2. Yeah. And on social media, I forget his name. I think it's Nintendo God or something, who's a fucking fag. Was basically saying that the journalists were wrong because the drop was only in the West, not in Japan, and Japan is still sold well. And I commented and said, nobody gives a fuck about the Japanese market. The Japanese market is just a side dish to the big picture. Yeah, it's important. Yeah, you want to have it. You want to have the numbers up. But the real market here is the West, and particularly the United States. That is where companies are going broke or rich. So he's just defending Nintendo because he's a Nintendo guy. Yep. I get it. You can be a fan all you want. I'm a fan of PlayStation. I'm still going to talk shit and criticize PlayStation when they deserve to. It's my money. Just like the fucking losers from Power Wash Simulator who said that I should be lucky that they even released anything at all. It's like, no, they're fucking lucky that they released something I wanted to fucking buy. Fuck you mean that these companies just exist? They don't need any fucking money? Like they're not in business to make fucking money? But that's the poison that's in these gamers' mind nowadays. They think that they're gods and we're the peasants and we should be blessed just because they breathe on us. No, you fucking morons. That's why they're taking your components away. That's why they say, you know what, fuck you. We're gonna fucking sell shit to AI instead.
Y'all ain't worth shit. Fucking.
No, we are worth shit. It's just people don't understand.
I'm talking about PC players.
They're fucking. Like, no, well,
y'all
most
don't
of
buy
them.
Enough, so fuck you.
There's 75% of PC gamers are on outdated hardware anyways. Anyway, this is about Nintendo.
Yeah,
I
they
see
go
what
and buy some
you see. What Nelson tried to do there, Henry? You see what Nelson tried to do there?
He
you don't want to talk about shit about Nintendo, so you talking about PC?
Yeah, move on.
But Henry, we'll start with you. 33% hit on their stock over the last couple months.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo trying to play it off, saying that it's common for stock market to go up and down. Well, no shit, right? But what's not common is that this is the biggest dip ever in history.
Yeah, and then too, they got a new system out, and they got quite a few games out also. It's not like they ain't got no games out. They got a few out. They got some new, you know what I'm saying? So this is a Nintendo problem, bro. This is a Nintendo problem. And of course they're not going to be honest with us. You know, what business is, you know, super honest.
And you know what? I'm going to be real with you guys. The Japanese companies, they're even bigger liars. They lie even more.
Yeah, bro. And you know what I'm saying? They're not going because first of all, they already got the corporate dishonesty going. All corporations got it. But then they foreign. You know what I'm saying? So we obviously ain't. We definitely not finna get the real picture.
They look down on us hard.
Yeah, they do.
I would too.
So, hey, bro, listen.
I'll buy your airplane ticket right now. You want to go live in Japan, China? Where do you want to fucking live? I'll buy your ticket right China. Fucking now.
I'll go to Japan.
All right. You send me your itinerary, I'll forward you the fucking money, and I'll give you 6 months of fucking money to go live out there. But if you come back within those 6 months, you gotta fucking pay me back my money. Cause you fucking love it so fucking much.
I think they gonna, you know, they kind of, they got what they have to be under some pressure over there. You know what I'm saying? Because if this is the biggest dip in history, with a new system, with like 3 games out, you know what I'm saying? They probably finna put a rush on that Switch 2 OLED and Switch Nano, what the fuck they gonna call it? The Switch 2 Mini. You know what I'm saying? They're going to definitely put a rush on getting them good guys out.
Henry, people are saying shit like, well, they got games coming out, right? They got Mario Tennis coming out. They got Kirby Air Rider. It's like, my guy, these aren't system sellers.
Yeah, that's not enough.
You know what I mean? They got, what's that game that the popped off hard in 2020 during COVID?
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. They got the Switch 2. Like, these things aren't enough. And
then because you got to think, bro.
I think what hurts it too, only 2, like they got like 5 games this year, only 2 of them are Switch 2 only.
Yeah.
So like most people, especially if you ain't got a Switch yet, you can go online right now and for like $80 to $150, depending on if you want a light or a Switch, you can just go get yourself a used one right now, and you'd be good for a while. You know what I mean? So you won't get to play 2 games. I
even thought about getting the fucking light just to fucking have.
Hell yeah, they're like $80, man. Because there's so goddamn many of them.
Yeah, and also I think that Nintendo just is too cocky. They just thought that the gamers have been buying everything we've sold, no matter how much we charge. We'll re-release the same fucking game 100 times and we'll still charge top dollar. And that's not... This is a moment. This is where if you're one of these gaming companies, right? Because look, gamers are some of the most passionate customers in the world. And we really do love to look out for developers and publishers and companies. We really do. We buy shit when we know we shouldn't. We support them when we know we shouldn't, right? We give them the benefit of the doubt all the fucking time. But this is where if Nintendo would have treated its customer base well, the fans would have had more compassion, right? They would have had their back more. But after everything they've done, breaking consoles, you know, fucking charging you all this money for old games, people are just like, fuck you. You made your bed, sleep in it. Instead of, you know what? You made your bed, but come sleep on mine till you get back on your feet. They're not doing that because they're just fed up. And this is where Nintendo fucked themselves again, right? If they would have treated people right, charged right for the prices, nope, they let greed. I mean, this is how fucked up Nintendo is. They literally hired a guy named Doug Bowser, Mario's fucking mortal enemy, to be fucking CEO of the West or president, whatever the fuck their titles are. Like, you cannot make this shit up. Why? Because he came from fucking, what is it, EA? He fucking knows how to fucking milk the games. Yeah, come work for us. So, Henry, what do you have to say about that, man?
Hey, they better figure it out. That's all I really got to say, man. Because we talked about this a few weeks ago, didn't we? About how I feel like Nintendo was on the low. You know what I mean? How the Switch ain't really, the name ain't really carrying how I used to carry,
Yeah.
And I think, and we are like a lot of that Switch 2 popping off. I mean, the Switch popping off and having the popularity it did. It's really just off the back of COVID. You know what I'm saying? Because if COVID did take place, I do not believe the Switch would be at the numbers that it's at.
And the pricing.
I don't believe it.
It is one thing because you had actually, you couldn't even buy a goddamn Switch during COVID. The only thing you could buy was a Series S.
Look at me, I bought a Switch during COVID. I bought a Fortnite edition.
You's a liar.
Yeah, the homie got that when they got the Animal Crossing bundle.
Yeah, they were out there. Nintendo's never had a problem with
Yeah, they did 2020.
No, they fucking didn't.
Yes, they did. Don't fucking tell me.
No, they fucking did.
I went to every goddamn store.
Motherfucker, I just told you I got the Fortnite fucking edition of the Switch.
I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about 2020. You ain't.
Yeah, 2020. My son's very first gaming console ever.
I could not buy that shit.
Yeah, you live in fucking Podunk fucking.
Used one. Yeah, I do live in Podunk.
Exactly. You live in a fucking regular ass city, you'd be able to fucking go anywhere and get one.
I don't want to go live in a fucking city. We're supposed to move down to Minneapolis? Fuck out of here, zoo.
Oh, you guys ain't doing much better than other fucking places.
Fucking animals.
But Nintendo.
Yeah, you do live over there.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, fuck that. Bunch of goddamn Cajun animals.
Yeah, fucking Nintendo. And
fucking like living in a zoo.
The price point also, right? With Nintendo is also screwing them hard this generation, where back then it was easy even for a non-gamer to buy a Switch just to have. Shit, how many of us bought 2-3 Switches just because the price was so cheap? You know what I mean?
I think they're cheap now for what you get.
Fuck no, oh my god. Fuck, you get a PlayStation 5 for the same fucking money.
I can't
with a library that's 6 years old. Yeah, you fucking can. Portal, my dude.
Fuck that piece of shit.
Better than a Switch 2. Better than a Switch 2.
I'm not even gonna fucking respond.
Yeah, you can't respond because you haven't even played a fucking Portal. You don't even know.
I don't have to.
Okay,
yeah. It's useless.
You sound like these fucking other retards.
Fuck out of here.
You already do carry the internet with you, you fuck. What do you got out of your pocket? Your cell phone.
Yep.
Fucking trash.
Yeah, well, see, you don't know. I bet you say streaming is trash nowadays too, right?
It is.
Henry,
streaming.
Oh my god, this dude doesn't know shit.
Nah, bro. Hey, Cloud popping right now, bro.
I got a shit. I'll be back.
This ain't 2019 anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, this shit popping, bro.
Shit is working. It is strong. Why do you think these people are so confident telling you're not gonna own shit and you're gonna love it? Because they have shit in place already where you don't need. You know what I mean? You don't need the hardware. You just pay them that monthly fee
bro.
And they're like,
I told you what you're gonna be doing. You're gonna be written. Computing power, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna be running computer power like you ran electricity.
Thanks, bro. Amazon Prime about to go up, bro.
Oh man, that shit goes up every year. They don't fuck around. But Henry, anything else that you gotta say about Nintendo besides they did it to themselves? We know this. Is there any way out of this for Nintendo? Or you know what? Let me ask you this. Is there any way out that they're willing to do? Because I know a way out for them. They can drop the console to $399.99. They can charge $60 for their games, and they can give you free internet. No, I know that, but that's why I said things that they're willing to do.
Yeah, nah, I don't, cause I mean, they could drop the price, which would be their best bet. You know what I'm saying? Cause well, I can't even say that because they can't bring the price back up because they can.
No. Yeah, I mean, look, it should be $399. Period. The only time they should be charging $450 is for an OLED.
And that's another thing too. Like, what these fucking prices gonna look like when the OLED inevitably does come out?
Bro,
There's gonna
Nintendo's
be
bullshit.
one.
There's no way that little fucking machine cost much more than the Switch one did to make.
Nah, hell nah.
There's just no fucking way. Like,
All
people want to
all
talk
they did
about
for real was add an extra button and then the magnets for the magnets for the Joy-Cons.
Yeah, because even that Switch 2 at time of release was still outdated. Same thing as the Switch 1. Maybe not as bad, but it's still outdated. And people that talk shit like, oh, yeah, you can play all these third-party games. Yeah, they look like ass. They don't look good.
Bro.
They lied to you about Cyberpunk. How do I know? Because I fucking bought it. I own it. I play Cyberpunk on the Series X, on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and on my PC. And guess who looks the worst? Nintendo.
Damn.
It runs the worst, it looks the worst. Don't let these people fool you that third-party games are now on Switch too, so now they're going to... Like, no, get the fuck out of here. What's the one game that they've been hyping up that looks just as good as a PlayStation 5? Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Wait till that game comes out, I actually play that motherfucker.
And then too, bro, it's like it looking just as good ain't no flex. You like how much time they put into making it look that good, bro? Come on.
How is it gonna run? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
How's it gonna run?
I don't know. That's not even and in my opinion that's the Square thing.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the system is, you know what I'm saying, Square want that money over there, so they putting in that extra work to make sure it look like that. You know what I'm saying? But if the next FF7 drop day and date over there, it's not gonna look as good as PS5. I bet you that.
Oh hell no, bro! I just put up a short yesterday on my channel of me playing Modern Warfare, and I said, people, I don't know if people forget or what, but the PS5 on an OLED, that shit looks good. Even now, 6 years later, I'm still saying, wow, this fucking game looks good. I don't ever remember a time in my gaming life where I was 6 years into a console generation and I was still impressed by the visuals of a game, of the hardware. Like, I don't. Yeah. Like, I remember games looking good, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, they're getting better at the games, right? Like, oh yeah, they're investing more, they're more polished, or, you know, you can tell that they're upping their game, their visuals. But nothing like this. Like, bro, we're talking these games are looking better than they ever have. And
yeah, bro, like my wife, she told me she was sitting in here, was probably like a week ago. She came, sat down and watched me play, you know, Assassin's Creed. And she was looking at it, she was like, this look too real for me. I'm like, yeah, this shit look good. And it's kind of like, because she don't see it, she see it, but she don't sit there and look at it. You know what I'm saying? So she not really used to how good shit looking. You know what I'm saying? So when she finally just sit there and look at it, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of like gave me a little bit of perspective of like, man, this shit do look good. You know what I mean? Like this shit do look better.
Yeah. Bro.
And like, bro, you go dock your Switch too. Tell me how good that shit look. Go dock that bitch.
Bro, I'll do you one better. That you said your wife, right? And your wife doesn't really see you play it all the time. I'll do you one better. Today, this happened today. I'm telling my son, you need to clean your fucking room before you play on that damn VR. So you know what he's doing? He's cleaning his damn room, hustling, right? He's trying to get this shit cleaned up as fast as he possibly can so you can play VR, because we have to go to my sister's house for dinner. This motherfucker comes in to say, where do I put this? And I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, just put it over there. And he's like, what what show is this? I'm like, this isn't a show, this is Modern Warfare. He's like, I for real thought that was a TV show. So, mind you, he plays games. He knows what this shit look like. He sees me play games. But yet, even him, even though he wasn't staring right at it, right? Because he's just trying to get the shit done, so he's not really paying attention. But on the side of his eye, he's like, "Damn, this looks good. What TV show you watching?" And then once I told him he looked, I was like, "Oh man, it is Call of Duty." I thought for a second there it was a TV show. This is a professional gamer
Yeah,
kid.
bro.
So even he got caught off by how good this shit looked. No, the
That
fucking
shit look
Switch does
good,
not
bro.
look like that. And mind you, I am a docked player. Last year I played 100 and what did Nintendo say? I think it was like 110 hours I played on the Switch last year. I would say 5 of those hours were handheld. 5.
Yeah, bro.
Nothing looks as good on the Switch that the PlayStation 5. Now you can say, "Oh, this art style is better," or or it looks good for what it is, right? But you
Yeah.
cannot sit there with a straight face and say this looks better than the PS5. There's no fucking way. There's lighting that the Switch can't even fucking imagine to recreate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
It's just no
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
possible way. But yeah, people keep forgetting that, and that's a good point, Henry, because you're paying for the Switch 2 the same as you do for a PS5.
Shit,
And
bro. You fuck around on Days of Play, bro. You can get, bro. You better get you a fucking PS5 for pennies.
even cheaper.
For
Cheaper.
pennies, bro. A fucking Switch 2, what? 450?
Yep. Or when GameStop does their little promos where they give you 150 for your PS4 trade-in value, and then you get a fucking PS5 on Days of Play for 350. My guy,
Yeah,
$200 in?
And you
Come
got you a
on.
5, bro. You got
And
you a
you-
motherfucking 5, bro.
Come on, man. No, there's no fucking way, bro. It's a big fucking difference. And look, there's some games on the Switch that look good, but they look good for a Switch game. They don't look good as a video game when you compare it to even an Xbox. They look good for a Switch game. I was playing Breath of the Wild. I got 20 some hours in there. It looked good for a Breath of the Wild game, but it
Yeah.
don't look good in comparison to a PlayStation game. Now, if
Yeah,
you
bro,
compare
like
first
people-
party to first party, not even fucking close.
Yeah, some people get caught up on that, you know, how Final Fantasy looking, bro, and they not thinking that Square put in a whole bunch of extra work to get that, to
Yeah.
do that. You know what I'm saying?
More
A whole
work
bunch
than
of
normal.
yeah, a whole bunch of extra time and all kind. Like this stuff not looking like that on the regular, bro.
No.
You gonna get you cause CDPR. Come on now, and they you know, I do consider them GOAT status. You know, I think they should be.
Oh, they are.
relevant. But you know what I'm saying? It's only so much you gonna be able to do. You know what I mean? And everybody not even gonna be able to do that. You feel me? So, all right, squad. Like I said, I want to see what it look like day one when they dropping on both of them day one. You know what I mean? And even then, doc that Switch 2, tell me how that bitch look.
It won't. Bro, I love Cyberpunk. It's my top 3 games of all time, but I wouldn't have bought it on the Switch 2 because I know it's an inferior console. But I did buy it. You know why? Because all these people lied to me. They told me that it looks great. It looks, but what they left out is that it looks great for a Switch game. It doesn't look game as just a game in general that you can play in all, consoles. That's what they left out of that motherfucker. Yeah, it looks good. Not for a Switch game, but it don't look good when you're comparing, even to a PS4. It don't look as better than that. So don't let Digital Foundry and all these fucking assholes fool you, because they're doing just that. They're fooling you. Remember, Digital Foundry got popular because they're giving you frames per second and they're giving you pixel counts and all sorts of bullshit that the average gamer doesn't give a fuck about. All a gamer cares is, does it work? Does it look good? That's it. But they got their popularity off the console war. That's it.
Yep.
And now that the console war, and now that shit dead, and look at Digital Foundry now, their views. They're not popping like that. Shit, when they did their Valhalla comparison, PS5 to Series X, I think that video's got over 100,000 views. Now they don't reach that.
Hell no, cause like you gotta think, bro. And the funny thing about it is, you had a lot of these people that's in a similar position as them, or was in a similar position as them as far as creating content, but then they also at the same time wanted to, denounce the console war and not want to, what I'm saying, we above it, we don't participate and all that type of shit. Like, y'all were really getting y'all money off the console war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they knew that. They knew that. And now that the console war gone, you see a lot of people pivoting, making different kind of content and all that kind of stuff because they can't sustain.
Yeah.
The console war was putting views in them folk pocket, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so it's a crazy thing, bro. When you start paying attention and really taking a look at yeah, for sure. So no, look, man, and you cannot say in this channel not one time, I don't think, at least not one time, that I said don't buy this game, it's completely trash. I've never ever said that before. The one thing that I will say is I didn't like it, whatever, but if you want it, whatever, fuck with it. I'm never gonna not recommend a game to you unless it's broken, buggy, and even then I have a hard time doing that because I've experienced it myself where I have a buggy game and Henry doesn't, and it's the same fucking game. So even then I resist to say something like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of these fucking YouTubers, they're quick to tell you something like that. Why are they so invested in something? And we all know they don't really play games like that. So why is it 8 months ago or 6 months, 7 months ago, the guy, the creator of Mind's Eye, said something that a lot of people laughed him off, right? They were making fun of him. And it was shitty because he did come out with a shitty product, but he says something like, they're paying these people to talk bad about my game. And everybody laughed him off. It's like, my guy, you don't got to pay anybody. Anybody who looked at this game could tell that it's bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or could you? Because guess what? I bought the game day one. I played the game day one. I actually beat the game. And guess what? The game wasn't as bad as people were saying it was. Was it a hit? No. Was it buggy? Yes. Did it have issues? Yes. Was there issues with the story and the characters and all that? Yes. But was it worse than Gollum? No. And that's the fucking lie right there.
Yeah, bruh.
Remember in 2020, Henry, how they sold us Cyberpunk? They told us that it was the best game ever. Well, it is now, but it wasn't then.
Yeah.
Call them the Yellow Chair Mafia. Remember that? They all lied to us, told us that they
crazy, bro. So, cause he owned something. Cause they would like, bro. That's the way, bro. You can hop on YouTube, kill a game, and get a check for doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Get a check for doing it, bro. And we was talking about High Guard earlier. There was a lot of that going on, and a lot of people now are begging for more information on the game just for that reason, so they can make content to shit on whatever they put out and talk negatively about it and form off of it. That's the new wave on YouTube, bro. Forming negativity off of games, off of hate games.
Yeah,
hate gaming, and that's cool. Get your clicks, get your paper, but at the same time, when you do that, you make that kind of content, and people don't go out there and support the game, and developers get laid off, studios get shut down. Don't be on the timeline then talking about what's wrong with the games industry and it's layoffs and fake upset about layoffs and all this kind of stuff, because you contributing to it. Contributing to it. And I'm not even saying to just support I'm not even saying support the game. I'm not saying that. If you really don't want to play the game, don't play the game. It is what it is. But don't shit on the game and want it to fail, while at the same time, when the game failed and studios closed, you upset and crying on the timeline. What's going on with the industry and all this other weird shit y'all be doing? Not you, y'all, but like people on the
people in general.
And, like bruh, keep it real. At least I keep it real. Not saying I don't give a fuck about layoff. It is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? When the game's successful, you earned it. When your game failed, you also earned it.
You also earned it.
Yo, I'm not gonna be fake about it, because a lot of these folks are just fake about it. You don't give a fuck about them people losing their job. You don't give a fuck about their studio closed down. Stop the bullshit.
Yeah, maybe if it's your favorite studio, you might be a little sad because you might not get no more games. But just some random ass studios, some shit you never fucking played, you don't give a fuck.
Hell no, you don't give a fuck.
You may have some
Good.
empathy, right? Like, oh, they won't be able to pay your bills because you can relate to that, right? And that's sad in a general sense. But it ain't like you're losing sleep over it. It ain't like you're
But
gonna be
shit,
telling your friends about it. It's a thought that comes and
yeah,
goes.
bro. I think a lot of these folks just do that shit to also monetize on it. They can make a video on it. They can, make a post on X about it, and they verify. So based on the amount of interactions on, they get a check from it. Like, bro,
Well,
it's
Henry,
all
are
about
these
the
the
money.
same people that talk shit about a game being woke or it's a gooner game, but yet they
Yeah,
don't buy the games?
yeah, it's both of them. It's the anti woke ones and the woke ones, bro. Because you got the all right. So you got the people, for example, like people like Keith, right? Keith will support something that he know the anti woke people will be against, and he don't even fuck with it. He'll just say it's good just because the anti woke people saying it's bad. You know what I mean? Like you
Mm.
got a lot of that going on. So where they being both sides being disingenuous for the sake of interactions. You know what I mean? And it's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid because the anti woke people be having a point and the woke people be having a point. You know what I'm saying? It's all somewhere in the middle. A lot of the times it's somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean? Sure, sometimes the anti woke people grasping at straws, but just like they grasping at straws, sometimes these motherfuckers be acting like they don't see what's wrong when they really do see what's wrong. They just don't want to agree. They just don't want to, be seen agreeing with the anti woke people. So they'll, what I'm saying, just pretend and act like ain't nothing going on. Like, bruh, it's a lot of bullshit with these folks, bruh. It's a lot of bullshit going on with them.
Yeah. Well, remember, video game industry, one of the most biggest money making industries in the world. So we're gonna get
Hmm.
grifters from all sides. It's just the natural thing that happens in the industry where there's a ton of money to be made. You know what I
It's
mean?
a
I
fact.
know I fuck around in my channel a lot. My videos, I take them pretty serious, right? And I always try to keep things positive. Not because I'm trying to sell you some bullshit. It's because I enjoy gaming. I mean, fuck. It's the one hobby that I do. I don't really watch movies. I don't watch TV shows. I play video games. If I got free time, I'm
Hmm.
playing video games or I'm making YouTube videos about video games. If I don't have free time, I'm spending time with my family, playing with my son, going to work, dating, doing
Ooh,
whatever
you know
social
what I'm actually
activities I
gonna do
gotta
next
do.
week though? I think I'm gonna take my kids to Silent Hill.
What you mean?
I'm gonna take them to Silent Hill. Silent Hill comes out next week, yo.
Hold on, what you? It's a Silent Hill movie coming out next week.
Yeah, next week, baby.
Yeah, it looks trash.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see it.
All Silent Hill movies are trash. Or no, those are the Resident Evil movies.
They're all trash.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I be
That's
liking
why.
them
That's
bitches, bro.
why
That's
I'm
like a
so
that's like
happy. I
a
wanted to
that's like
watch
a
all this
guilty
shit when I was a
pleasure right
kid, but
there.
they were so bad. They're actually doing. Some of them are actually good now. That's why I need more cinema game shit. You know what? I don't
Nah,
need more games. I got
I
lots of
would
games.
yes,
What this motherfucker said? I
spoken like
don't
a
give
true
a
non-gamer. This
fuck.
motherfucker's a casual, bro. That's why I can't
I
take
Hey,
what he
I
says
don't give a fuck
that
serious.
about the
ain't.
Fallout games, but you know what? I do like that Fallout show. What's up?
Yeah, fucking gay.
Oh,
Why don't you
bro.
go
Trash
find a
ass game.
movie podcast? Fucking talk about movies all fucking day.
I don't watch enough to say a whole lot. I just watch
Obviously you
game shit.
are. You're fucking going to movie theaters and shit, watching movies. You know, last time I went to the movie theater for Dune 2. That's the last time I went to the movie theater.
Yeah.
Bro, I still ain't started no fucking movies,
I
bro.
love
I'm
Dune.
gonna start them this year, bro. Since I'm back on my movie
Fuck
shit, bro, I'm
movies.
starting this year, bro.
Movies are trash, bro. If these motherfuckers, see, that's the thing. These
That's why
motherfuckers
I watch a bunch
complaining
of old
about
shit.
games, right? But yet they go out watch the newest movies. Like they're not just as garbage as these new games they say is garbage. You know what I mean? I can't take these fucking people serious, bro. They'll be out here and say,
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
the golden age of gaming is gone, but yet y'all go out listen to the newest song. That's garbage. You go out and fucking eat the newest burger from McDonald's. That's garbage.
Everything that's
Get
streaming
the
is
fuck
garbage
out of
now.
here.
Let's be honest.
Not everything, but most things, yes. See what I'm
Music,
saying,
fucking
people? You see it
movies.
here.
Wow.
These motherfuckers out here fucking saying everything's garbage, but yet go watch a movie. Saying all this music is garbage, but yet go fucking or all these games are garbage, but go listen to the new fucking I don't even know new album. That's no originality, fucking same. I whatever. there y'all have. That's the show. I was waiting for Nelson to come back, man, so we can say our goodbyes. But thank you guys so much for showing up. I want to give a huge shout out to Henry. Henry, thank you.
Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you for coming here, man. We had a good time tonight. I hope you had a good time.
Hell yeah.
I want to apologize for my co-host Nelson, who's a fucking casual fucking moviegoer.
Oh shit.
I'll let y'all know how that movie goes.
No, I don't. Nope. Don't even waste your time. I do not care. Unless Henry wants to know, you can DM him about that. I don't care about movies. You know what? You know what movie I watched last week with my son? The Patriot. That's the movie that I watched with my son.
Hey,
they don't make them like that no more.
You know what I watched with my son last week? RoboCop. Fire. You know what we watched the week before? T2. Terminator 2.
I ain't mad at it, bro.
And that's the first movie I've seen, and I don't even know how long.
My son's favorite movies are RoboCop, Terminator, and Predator. The old ones.
That's because you make him watch them.
No, he can watch whatever. He watches shit on Netflix or whatever when I'm gone.
Yeah, but why would he
do all day.
Why would he want to watch it? Why would he want to?
Ones too. He went and watched that new Predator. We went and watched that new Predator movie in theaters. He still liked the first one better.
Yeah, but why would he want to watch something new with you when he knows how you are? He not. So he's gonna watch whatever you think you say is good.
Oh,
Well, that's good. He can know now.
Anyway, Henry, let the people know where they can find you at, bro.
You can find me on X. It's just Henry. You can find me on YouTube. It's just Henry Heck. You can find me in the Discord. That's where I be at, bro.
Y'all go follow Henry, man, for real. Henry got some solid content out there. He be giving you more of the like weekly news and daily news stuff, game reaction, game trailer reactions, and what's cool about Henry is that he's a for real gamer. I mean, Henry put in what 1,600 hours last year in gaming, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was close to that.
So Henry is gaming more than your favorite streamer.
It was more than 500.
Yeah, more than 500 by triple. So Henry actually plays games, so he's got the experience to tell you if a game looks pretty good, it doesn't, if it looks like it may have some issues, whatever. And then Henry, like me, plays almost everything, right? Is there anything you stay away from in specific, Henry?
Well, usually, well, obviously, Spider-Man, don't fuck with Spider-Man, but I will usually kind of stay away from some platforms, but I'm gonna jump into some platforms this year, bro. You know what I mean? I've been kind of ignoring them for a good little while, but I'm gonna start back checking them out, man. But aside from that, you know, I play some graphic novel. I play some turn-based RPGs. You know, I go on my vacation middle of next month, and I'm gonna start Trials of Cold Steel 2 finally. But yeah, I play pretty much. I
gotta play that Trials of Cold Steel. I bought that one dual. Remember that one that I bought, that dual?
Yeah, the double pack.
Yeah, double pack, and I still haven't played it yet. But whatever, I just beat 4 games this weekend that I never played, that I never beat before.
You know what else I played? It's nice having those trials on PlayStation, man. I tried that Doom Dark Ages. It ain't bad, but it's just like most Doom games. After an hour, I'm good.
Oh, you mean when I beat it last year in May and I said the same thing? You said what? That I have shitty taste. See, you see what happens, gamers?
Did you get bored after an hour too?
No, I didn't.
Okay then.
That's because I put it in a hard difficulty, so I don't get bored, and I'm always on my toes and on my feet. If you're getting bored in a game that you liked originally, you're just getting bored, is because it's too easy for you. Like, playing games shouldn't be in cruise control where you're not even thinking, unless the game is designed that way. Like Power Wash Simulator, right? That's a game where you can play in cruise control. Something like Doom, bump it up a little bit. Get into it. Sweat a little bit. You know what I mean? Figure out how to beat this boss. Use your brain. You know what I mean? Get involved with the game. Don't just be a passenger princess. That's what movie watchers do. You want to fucking chill and just cruise through something? Watch a fucking movie. You ain't got to think. You may laugh 3 or 4 times, and that's it. But fucking bump that difficulty up. Same thing. If you're dying too much, bump the difficulty down. There's nothing wrong with that. I hate doing that, right? Because I feel like a bitch when I go from normal to easy. But I've done it a couple times in my life. I forget what games there were. I've done it recently, too, in a game.
I'm gonna do that. I'm finna cause with the one game I did waste my money on was Blaze of Fire, and I'm gonna bump that fucking difficulty down to easy and go ahead and run through that bitch,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, I did that with Final Fantasy VII remake. I didn't. I had a good time with it, but then the last sequence where you're fighting in that building, when you go, I don't know, when you're looking for the bad guy and then you end up fighting him and he whoops your ass with all those fast ass fucking. I put it down to
Bro,
easy
this
mode.
game is so fucking good.
I couldn't even do it, so I put it in easy mode. But don't just be cruise control and give yourself a challenge. Another thing too, I was telling RPG about this because he tends to sometimes play a game and then put it down, and then he comes back to it a couple months later, and then he restarts the game. Therefore, he loses out all those hours he put in, so because he forgot the control scheme and shit, or what he was gonna do in the game. Write a quick note in your cell phone. Be like, hey, I'm playing this game. I ended off here. I was planning on going to find this one chest because I need the key to open up this one door. Just put that note in there. When you hop in, you take a look at that note, be like, oh yeah, I was going to get the key to open up that chest to get the one thing. And then carry on from there. Learning the controls, that's nothing but a 5-10 minute thing. You've been gaming your whole life, so it's going to be real quick for you to remember that shit. But just do little things like that to help yourself, man, because we are playing a game. We see something else that we want to play. Like, I beat 4 games this weekend, but 2 of them were games I've been playing for about a month, 2 months. It's just that I decided to finish them up today or this weekend. Ball X Pit was one of them. That was 45 hours. I didn't put those 45 hours this weekend. I put 45 hours over 2 months. I just happened to put in the final 30, 45 minutes that I needed to finish the game. And I did. What's the other one? Modern Warfare 3. I played an hour of it. So I only had to play 3-4 more hours this weekend and I finished it. It's not all shit that I just started fresh today. Star Trucker. That game I've been playing for 2 weeks and I just beat it today. So it just happened that I beat 4 games in 1 weekend, but it's not that I started all these games in 1 weekend and played them the whole way through. And no.
If you got premium or extra or premium, you could. There's a trial for Ball Pit X too.
Fucking buy the game. Buy that bitch. It's only $13, bro. Game.
I'm glad I tried the trial. I ain't buying that.
Yeah, because you fucking like fucking
good God
13-bit fucking bullshit. I was
like, bro, that isn't even 13 bits. That is pre fucking Atari.
Once again,
fucking trash.
One of the top 100 on Steam game. Nelson's calling trash.
Yeah, Steam.
Jesus
shows
Christ.
You what they got to play over on that bitch.
Jesus Christ.
They play some goofy ass shit.
Fucking game sold 1 million copies in fucking a month, and this motherfucker says it's trash.
So did Power
Get
World.
the fuck out of here. So let me get this right. All the shit that is good, Nelson says is trash, but all the shit that is trash, Nelson says is good. Okay. All right, got it. But thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. Go follow Nelson at Nelson Gaming Culture on Twitter and YouTube. And then if you're here, you're already following me. So thank you guys so much. We'll catch you guys next week. Keep it gaming.
Peace.